Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso right here on S3. It is a chilly Wednesday.
But it's
middle of the
Wednesday,
week, though.
No? Yes, that means we're almost at the weekend, which is very exciting.
Morning team.
Good, hey?
Well,
morning team.
I thought it was Friday today. I'm not going to lie. I told everybody that it's Friday, but it's one of those things because every day feels like Friday when it's in your company and you Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we got stuff. I mean, the temperatures may be low in most parts of the country, but we got the temperature rising here.
Not here.
We're definitely going to have such a great show. 3 hours in your company. We're going to keep you warm amidst the cold temperatures. You can stay in bed or be late for work. It's fine. Cole said it's okay.
It's fine.
So we have you covered for the next couple of hours, where Chef Clem is in the kitchen for the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Oh, yeah. And he's here to solve all your kitchen disasters, from adding salt when you probably should have added sugar. I mean, I've done that too many times. To running out of important ingredients. Send us your kitchen conundrums and we'll put his knowledge to the test.
It's one of my favorite words, conundrum.
Conundrum.
Yes. It's a good word to say. And then we will also learn how to make macarons, not macaroons, macarons, and sago pudding from scratch. Show you step by step how we're going to do it.
Nice.
And then, of course, entertainment. You need to hear people sing, and we've got singer-songwriter Danny Vallee. Yes, and we got the name right today, aren't you proud? Who hails from an apple farm in a small town called Feyerboom, and I think it's going to be great to hear that incredible voice on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And that's not where it stops, because we need somebody who can consult us spiritually and on, I'm going to say, humorously as well.
And he's also
luckies.
fresh from his penguin cave of desire.
Oh,
That's
okay.
correct.
Yeah.
The ice water of the sea.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, finally, making us laugh with his newfound wisdom is Rob van Vuuren, head of his new show called Namaste Bae. Zen.
I can't.
Well, let's get into our Good Morning Post. I think along the lines of Namaste Bae, it kind of leads to this very beautifully. So let's see what we have for you today.
All right, so let's ask you something very special. On the side, the question's quite simple. This is what it is, right? The question is, how beautiful are you at this time? I'm just joking. No, meditation, cold plunges, yoga, dance, you know, basically all of those socially, you know, sort of acceptable events. When I say acceptable, it's the events that people force you to do on the weekend.
You, not me. Okay. Well, maybe you force Carl to do things like meditation or cold plunges, yoga, dance breaks, or even a social timeout or social media timeout too. What's been your go-to method lately to just chill out, also reset and refocus? You can share your voice notes with us on 0634088863. I love a yoga moment. I think it's important to just, you know, connect yourself, bring yourself towards yourself.
Exactly. Pilates might be my next challenge, so I'm looking forward to that. But the thing is, no matter what it is, thank you for chilling out with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and let's get on to formalities, shall we? And this is Ewan standing by with all of the news you need to hear.
Thank you so much, good sir. It's 3 minutes past 6 o'clock. Let's start off your Wednesday by looking at some of the major news stories. Starting with national news this morning, the Disaster Management Centre of the Cape Town Metro says they will Cape Town. And the Northern Cape Land Reform MEC, Mase Monopole, says the department will no longer be pumping millions of rands into failing farming projects that have not taken off despite assistance from government. Monopole, who returns to the portfolio for a second term, says her office is inundated with calls for assistance from many under-resourced farmers. The MEC says they are now opening doors to newcomers in the sector. And in international news this morning, the government of Rwanda says it has fulfilled its side of the immigration deal with Britain to take in thousands of asylum seekers. Now, the newly elected British Prime Minister Keir Starmer scrapped the arrangement last week, shortly after he was elected. However, Rwanda says it is still committed to a solution to the migrant crisis. Starmer, in return, undertook to find a more effective replacement for the Rwanda plan, which has already cost British taxpayers more than £310 million. And Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on his first foreign trip since he returned to office for a third term in June, is closely watched by his Western allies as he meets Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow. He arrived just hours after Russian bombing killed at least 41 people in Ukraine, including a children's hospital in Kiev, prompting global condemnation. A viral video shows Modi hugging Putin, who in return referred to Modi as "my dearest friend." Modi's visit coincides with a NATO summit in Washington, adding significance to geopolitical dynamics. And on a lighter note this morning, we have good news for jazz lovers this morning. To honor its 25 milestone years, the 2024 Joy of Jazz Festival has announced it will feature 50 top-rated musicians from more than 10 countries. Now, this premier jazz festival will be held over 2 nights on September the 27th and 28th at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg. Now, the top 50 top-class acts include Grammy winner Chris Botti, English trumpeter Matthew Holsall, Mzansi's Faya Faku, US pianist Kenny Banks Jr., 7-time Grammy winner Cuban artist Chucho Valdez, Japanese keyboardist Keiko Matsui, and SA operist musician Sibongela Mngoma. Now, producer Mantwa Chinomadi expressed that the milestone of the Joy of Jazz Festival turning 25 is both heartening and energizing. Definitely something we can all look forward to. That's your major news stories for the 6 o'clock bulletin. Carl is standing by to take us through your sports for the first time this morning.
And let's do that. Euro action was so exciting. Let me start you with 16-year-old Lamine Yamal. Remember the name? Print it down right now because he became Euro 2024's youngest goal scorer as Spain came from behind to beat France 2-1 in Munich, securing a spot in the final. Randall Colomoane's 9th-minute header gave France an early lead, but Spain responded with 2 goals in just 4 minutes. Yamal equalized with a stunning long-range strike, and Danny Olmo scored the winner with a deflected shot. Spain will face either the Netherlands or England in Saturday's final in Berlin. On to rugby action, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus is not playing games this season. He's named the most experienced team in Springbok history for the second test against Ireland at Kings Park in Durban on Saturday. He retained the same 23-man squad that secured a 27-20 victory in the opening match. The starting 15 boasts a record 990 combined test caps, surpassing the 987 caps from the 2023 Rugby World Cup final team. Additionally, Damien Delendi and Jesse Creel will set a new record as South Africa's most capped centre pairing, combining in the midfield for the 30th time in tests. Now on to cricketing action. Indian seamer Pooja Vastrakar took 4 for 13 to bowl out the Proteas women for a meagre 84, with openers Sumitri Mandana, who scored 54, and Shivali Verma 27, leading India to a decisive 10-wicket win in the 3rd Women's T20 International in Chennai, levelling the series 1-all. India previously swept the ODI Series 3-0 and won the one-off test as well. An action from Wimbledon, Daniel Medvedev defeated world number 1 Yannick Sinner in a 5-set thriller to secure his 2nd consecutive Wimbledon semi-final spot. Medvedev overcame Sinner 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 2-6 and 6-3, avenging his loss in the Australian Open final in January. Meanwhile, Carlos Alcaraz won the battle of the 2 most recent Queen's Club champions as the Spaniard edged closer to winning a 2nd successive Wimbledon title with an enthralling 5-7, 6-4, 6-2 and 6-2 quarter-final victory over American Tommy Paul. Carlos takes on Daniel this Friday for a spot in the finals, a match definitely not to be missed. Now, inclement weather all over South Africa. Of course, we need to take a final look, and Carissa is standing by.
Thank you, Carlicious. Let's look into your weather for this morning. Now, the South African Weather Service has issued severe weather alerts for today. Damaging winds are expected in the western and central interior of the Eastern Cape, southern parts of the Northern Cape, central Karoo, Cape Winelands, Overberg, and western parts of the Garden Route. Now, along the coast of Lambert's Bay to Mossel Bay, damaging waves are anticipated. In the Western Cape, disruptive rain could lead to flooding and mudslides in the city of Cape Town, Drakensberg, and Stellenbosch municipalities. Additional warnings include damaging waves from Table Bay to Streesbaai and disruptive rain across the West Coast, Northern Cape Winelands, and Western Overberg districts. The Weather Service has also warned of level 8 disruptive rain for Thursday over the Cape Town, Drakensberg, and Stellenbosch areas. Now, for detailed forecasts, you go ahead and visit www.weathersa.co.za for more details. And here is your official first reminder to share your morning views with us on 0634088863. We would love to wake up with you, Mzansi, so don't forget to do that. For now, though, let's head over to your temperatures to see what you can expect for today.
Yes. Look at those temperatures. It is chilly, but
yes.
Rob's dressed with what?
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Nothing wrong here.
Nice coat.
Also, you guys are quite hot on either side of me.
So you can feel it, eh?
I'm feeling the warmth.
That's right. Well, this gentleman over here alongside us, he's got a show called Namaste Bay. You know, obviously, if you are a big fan of cold plunges, kombucha, and laughing, then I feel like you're going to need to hear about it. Here he is, Rob van Vuuren, in the flesh, in the coat.
Yeah, meet him.
Blessings.
Meeting. Blessings
Yes.
and kombucha.
Of course.
You didn't bring the bottle this time.
No. Look, I'm not Namaste Bay right now, so
Yes.
I think it's a lot safer.
Yeah,
It's a lot safer for both you guys and me. Actually.
Listen, stick around because this is one show that you do not want to miss. We'll get into that chat after the break. And also, if you're feeling a little bit sluggish this morning, Carissa will engage in a women's warrior wake-up workout.
Wow.
Lots of W's.
Alliteration for the nation.
I know. It took a lot of concentration. I'm not lying. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. We're keeping things warm on this Wednesday.
Yes.
You see, I'm going still ahead
with
the W's this morning. And we know it. It's no secret. Laughter, it really is the best medicine. And today's guest has been dishing out laughter in doses for many years. We love him to bits. And we are thrilled to welcome acclaimed writer and performer Rob van Vuuren to the show this morning. And one of his latest characters, the satirical wellness guru, Namaste Bay, has taken the comedy world by absolute storm with his show Namaste Bay, Blessings and Kombucha. Fresh off a Gold Ovation Award win and international success, he's here to share more about his upcoming performances and his journey in the creative industry. Give a round of applause to Rob van Vuuren, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes!
Guys, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
It's great to have you, my friend.
I need to
nice to
ask
be here.
this gentleman over here, you know what? You've traversed so many characters that have stood the test of time. There's not a single character that you have put out there that is not memorable, and it feels like that
Except for the
character.
ones you forgot.
That's good. Yes, except for the ones I forgot. That's
Exactly.
true. Oh, my word. No, but I
There are
remember.
definitely some misses along the way.
I don't know.
Carl.
I think that all of them were actually very memorable. I must just tell you. And
Thank you.
There's something about your longevity in the industry that is incredible. I think you're fearless, you're courageous, and I think when you go into something, you can always look at it from the outset and say like, no, it's probably not going to work. But then you do it anyway, and then it works. So that's got to be a bit of the secret sauce that you're bringing for the longevity in the industry.
Maybe. Thank you. That's the nicest way anyone's called me old before as well, which is...
You tried.
It's
I know
true.
you tried.
I tried my best
You
to
did.
do
I
it,
saw.
right?
I
It's
felt
true.
it.
It is
Come
true.
on.
I've never thought about that, but I think I've always just followed my own impulses, and I know my impulses are sometimes really left field and crazy. I've just accepted that about myself.
Yeah.
And in terms of the stuff I make and the characters I create, so I've kind of never questioned the characters, if they're really mad and wild, that's just how they are.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess starting off, like, I set the benchmark with Twaki really early on in my career, and that was just the wildest, craziest character. So I think that gave me the belief in my own crazy ideas to just go with it.
Yeah.
Look, you set the bar high with Twaki back in the day, but I want to talk about this impulse of yours creating the Namaste Bay. And I'm glad we have you here because I want to know where did this journey start?
From? Kombucha?
Was he born out of the penguin cave with a desire?
Pretty much, actually.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. Look, the background to it is I went through a whole process of self-discovery and dealing with trauma. My wife and I, my ex-wife and I at the time, were coming to an end of a 12-year marriage. Yeah. We have a daughter. We really wanted to do it right, and we wanted to be a strong family at the end of it, and we wanted our relationship to, as friends and as parents, to be intact. So we went through a whole journey that included alternative health and wellness. And the process in general was incredibly cathartic and helpful for me and for both of us. But as a comedian and a satirist, if you're in that space, I think you just absorb what's going on around you, and you can't help but kind of notice the comedic possibilities of the space. I had no intention of creating a character that would satirize that space. I think it just sat with me, and it was after a year and a half, I literally went for a swim in what became known as the Penguin Cave of Desire.
For those who follow him on social media, we know exactly what we're talking about.
And someone had left a used tampon in the rocks where I would normally get dressed. And I couldn't help but make a video about it. And this voice came out asking about if this penguin was okay in the Penguin Cave of Desire. I forgot about it, went for a swim. I came out and had numbers like I hadn't seen before on Instagram. And I was like, oh, let me try that voice again. I walked home and did another one. By the fourth one, this thing was being spread by Josh Brolin, Thanos of Avengers.
Thanos
was sharing my
Did he just
reels.
like snap and you were
Dude, I was
famous?
suddenly famous, like millions of views on Instagram. And then I was like, okay, well, this is the character I'm doing. And I just kept doing more and more and more. And this whole world, mythology, backstory, kind of developed over a month. I went from like 9,000 followers to over 100,000 followers in the course of a month.
That's insane.
I'd written a whole hour-long healing ceremony show to go with the character. So I think he was just kind of sitting there bubbling under the surface because of my experiences. And then once I realized, oh, there's a lot of focus on this, I brought in Lo Fenter from the most amazing show, Culinary. We have 20 years of history, just like a shorthand that we just put this show together. We used everything we learned from Culinary and Twaki and put it into this show.
But it's just interesting how much traction something like this, I mean, the satirical side of a healing process like this caught on with people, and it just...
So huge.
It's interesting because it seems like a lot of people need healing because it's not only in South Africa, it's
and what struck me is that it's a global phenomenon.
That's the thing.
You know, I was just in my little deep south Komiki bubble kind of vibe, you know? And then suddenly it was being spread all over the world, and then you realize, in hindsight, I'm like, oh yeah, this is very much a global phenomenon, and people trying to find different ways of dealing with trauma and of healing and of living a healthier, more balanced life. And I suppose the comedic sensibilities of it are apparent to people all over the world. I mean, my following at the moment on Instagram is bigger in the US than in South Africa. Australia and South Africa are kind of the same. So it's very much a global thing, which is very exciting, I must say.
I feel like I've analyzed this, and I feel like it's because everybody has met somebody who is deep into yoga or healing and has that type of voice. And also they use unnecessarily big words to tell you to calm down. Have you ever noticed that? They won't tell you, like, what you need to do is just take a deep breath. They'll be like, what I want you to do is just inhale oxygenated air. And, like, you know, and then suddenly you're like, whoa, 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 what am I doing here?
It's like a whole code language. And look, Namaste Bay goes deep.
I feel that when I actually feel healed, but at the same time, I need to page through a dictionary to go, wait, he said something about...
What are you saying?
Yes, exonerated the feeling.
But it feels, just listening to it, I'm being healed as I'm listening.
Something's happening to your chakras.
You got to give us some show details here and what we can take away from the show. What can people expect to see you up there because you don't wear much, for one.
Look, yeah, don't expect a lot of clothes. I don't know why I'm doing this show in winter, but I promise you I will keep you warm. I'm on tomorrow night. What day is it?
I think it's Wednesday today.
Is
it Wednesday? I'm on Friday night in Joburg,
yes.
I know Joburg.
Joburg is just next to Joburg.
Yes. The Jokers in July festival in Joburg at Empress Palace in Joburg, which is near Joburg.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And then Saturday I'm on at the Heat Festival in Cape Town, the inaugural Heat Festival. It's a pun. There's a joke in that name.
I got
Cape
that.
Town. We're going to keep you warm.
Yeah.
That's Saturday night. And the show itself is just, it's kind of unbridled insanity. It is a healing ceremony. There's a 5-step healing program that Namaste Bay takes you on based on the kombucha process flow of how we make kombucha. It follows those steps and will ultimately bring you enlightenment.
Lovely.
And allow you to start a community outsourced.
So you might find a chakra.
You will definitely find a chakra or two. You will realign your chakras. You will come out of there healed, and it's definitely a kind of a cathartic experience of hilarity.
Yeah.
It's an award-winning show. It's traveling all over the world. I'm going to, after Cape Town, Joburg, I'm going to London, Bite Size Festival in London at the Riverside Studios. So if anyone knows anyone in London, South Africa, I know you do, tell people. Edinburgh Festival, Fringe straight after that.
Nice.
So there are lots of exciting things, and I've got to take it to the US and Oz.
You got to, dude.
Got to.
Yeah.
Wow, Rob van Vuuren. A phenomenal individual, ready to heal, ready to make you laugh, and you'll be here for a couple more minutes and you feel good. Breakfast show, we've got some things. We have to put someone to the test. Somebody as balanced as this particular man, but of course, go support his shows as we get on to some more action for you right here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Not only are we keeping you warm, but we're also keeping you winning on this Wednesday. You see the W's continue. For now, though, the 62 million rand estimated Lotto jackpot could make your Wednesday night unforgettable. So what are you waiting for is my question. Play Lotto for an estimated 62 million rand jackpot today, and you could become a multi-millionaire. It's that easy. All you have to do is buy your tickets today in store, or you can head over to nationallottery.co.za to do the works. You could also go on the mobile app, on cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for all USSD. Now, all these details, of course, can be found on our Expresso social media pages, so don't waste any time. Go and check them out and make sure that you get yourself in the running to win by playing Lotto for an estimated 62 million rand today in jackpot winnings. So play right now.
It reminds me, I need to check. I bought some Lotto tickets.
Did you?
I did, yes.
Remember that I'm your cousin? Thanks so much. Anyway,
sure,
coming up, you know, kitchen nightmares. It makes me think about Gordon Ramsay asking you, what are you? But it's not going to be that way. Chef Tim is softer and more gentle with his culinary hotline. So he's going to go through a couple of kitchen nightmares and help you solve them. It's going to be amazing.
Exactly. And if you have a kitchen nightmare that you need solving, you can also connect with us on our socials and on our WhatsApp 063 408 8863. Clem is here to answer all of your questions. And then if you are struggling to wake up just a little bit, it is chilly all across South Africa. Here we go. It makes me nervous every time I'm about to say it. But Carissa will be engaging in a Women's Warrior wake-up workouts on a Wednesday. Just after the break. She's busy getting dressed right now. So what are you waiting for after the break?
Get a W.
Yeah.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Deep breath in.
You know, Namaste Bay, Rob van Vuuren, there was a lot of connections today, and we're going to be doing a lovely woman's warrior wake-up workout Wednesday shortly, but I figured that Ewan and I would ask you meditation, cold plunges, yoga, dance breaks, or a social media timeout. What's been your go-to method lately just to chill out, reset and refocus? Ewan, what's been yours?
Breathing. Absolute breathing and concentration thereupon to make sure that you fill your lungs from corner to corner. But we want to know from you at home as well, what is your go-to to relax your mind, body and spirit? So let's take a look at some of your comments, Carl.
All right, first and foremost, the spiritual Teresa saying, good morning, my only favorite beautiful Expresso family. We don't know many other Expresso families out there, but we are very, very happy to be your one. Definitely a social time out. Definitely love you tons, fam. We love you more, with more conviction and spirituality. Ewan, what do you have there?
The beautiful Mary Lee Merle says, hi, I love to listen to music, gospel and love songs to start the day. Meditation, yoga, it's not my type of thing, she says. Sorry, a little bit of excitement there.
That makes sense. Sorry, I've almost fallen into trance. Amanda Optoff saying, hi, a week at a health farm takes my fancy, or time at a historical Jesuit mission farm. Wow!
And Nontlantla happiness also comes through, and she just wants to share a little piece of her mind saying, my feel-good breakfast show, great day ahead, you guys. Thank you, Nontlantla happiness.
And then Gary Oakamp, one of our favorites, Mr. Zen himself, saying, don't know about the cold plunge. I seriously have a mini panic attack when I'm out or about to dive into a pool at the gym. So no cold plunges for Gary Oakamp. It's a good thing that Gary Oakamp exists in a different plane of existence on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Yeah.
He is us and we are him and he is us.
And we are we.
We are we, and when we do our we do a woman's warrior wake up workout.
Wednesday workout.
Wednesday. Woohoo.
Wow.
Yes, woohoo indeed. I'm going to lift the energy just a little bit, although it is very zen in studio right now. We're going to get into a warrior workout Women's Wednesday. If you're a woman, please join us. If you're not a woman, that's okay. You can join us as well, because this routine is bound to boost your strength, your power, your endurance, your balance, and your flexibility. Did you see how Carl and Ewan cross their legs? We're going to be able to do that together, okay? Now, taking us through our paces from women warriors are Hilary Lam, as well as Anthea Fredericks and Zelda O'Brien. Thank you so much for being here, ladies. Okay, you're going to put me through my paces. What exactly are we doing today?
Today we are doing a wake-up workout. We are actually making it a warm-up workout.
Lovely.
It is such a cold day out there. I think it's so good to just spend 5 minutes of your day getting fit and getting ready for the day.
Getting the blood flowing.
Getting the blood flowing, getting the major muscle groups warm and activated. And we are going to do a workout that you can do at home. The viewers can find a space that just, they could do it in their lounge or anywhere, even on the gym floor or in your hotel room if you're watching from traveling. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start off with doing a warm-up, and then we're going to work a full body today.
Beautiful. I'm ready,
So,
I'm ready, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's
We're
go
ready.
for it. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to start with just doing the good old squats, tummy in, chest out, and we're going to go for 8. We're going to do 8. And it's just always breathing, warming up nicely, warming up the quads, warming up the glutes, and getting ready for your busy day ahead. Taking some time out for yourself, and now we're going to go out and in, out and in.
To my left right now, I can see that some dumbbells are being used as well, not just body weight. So what's going on there?
Well, I just thought, you know, it's always good to have that option to just escalate it a bit. We've got Anthea here. She is a personal trainer and she is very fit. She can take it up a notch. So feel free to use your dumbbell at home if you'd like to. We are now going to do side lunges. So we keep the elbow to the waist, to the reaching down to the ankle. And let's do 4 more of
Really
these.
warmer. This is lovely.
Me too. Exactly. And let's do 1 more, and then we're going to do a back lunge. Same leg. Okay. We're going to go down, and we're going to bring it up. We're going to go down and up. Okay, let's try and do 4 more of these. We are warming up nicely on this cold day. Woo.
Oh, my balance.
2. It's very good for balance, this workout. Okay, we're going to switch to the other leg, going back and up again. Woo. Right. Keeping stable on pushing through your heel. Breathing out as you come up. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then we're going to go into the side lunges to the other side.
Okay.
Even Stevens.
You said this is a warm
There we go. Yeah. This is already, we're already feeling much warmer today. Temperature in studio is rising.
That is true.
Okay.
If not for us beautiful women being here, definitely because of this workout.
Yeah, it's so good to make time for yourself and take some time out to do some exercise in the morning.
That's true.
Okay, and now we are going to do Anthea's favorite. It's called the inchworm.
I'm scared.
I
As
know,
soon as you said
I'm
Anthea's
scared.
favorite, I don't know about this. Okay,
We're going to do
inchworm.
3 of these. We'll face this way. Shoulders rolled nicely back. We're going to roll down, crawl forward, inching our way forward. Knee into the elbow, and back again. Woo, okay, rolling the shoulders back. Let's try 2 more of these, ladies. Okay, and we're going to do knee in, and back again. There we go, and 1 more.
Okay.
Now we're down here, so let's just stay here.
Okay.
Go down onto your knees and down onto the elbows.
Okay.
Now we're going to have a 10-second plank.
Okay.
And
Please, someone count.
we are already on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well done. Woo.
Well done, ladies.
Now we're here. We're going to stay on our knees, but feel free if you'd like to do a full push-up. We are going to try and do, let's try for 5 push-ups.
Okay.
Okay. Your hands are just underneath your shoulder. Your stomach is in, your back is straight.
Whew.
And we're going to do 2 more.
Okay.
And last one.
Perfect.
And now the favorite pose to do the lovely child's pose, just stretching down. And we're going to come up and let's just do some more stretching. Lovely cat-cow.
Stretches. We have about 1 minute to get a workout in, so start thinking about the best moves to get us sweating. All right, if
There
you're
we
not
go.
already.
Well done. And now we can go, let's do a forward, just stretching out the hip flexor. Very good. Always good to stretch out the hip flexor if you're a runner, and stretching the hamstrings out.
So if people want to get in touch with you because this workout is that good, it really is, I feel amazing.
It is
How
that
do they
good.
get involved?
They are welcome to look at our social handles and or contact me. We're at the Virgin Active head office or at any Virgin Active club. We've got excellent personal trainers.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well done. And now let's just do a thread the needle, which is you stretching out your shoulders just for 3 seconds, and let's do the other side.
All right.
Very good to stretch it out.
Well, ladies, this has been amazing. We're going to have to wrap it up there. In fact, we'll continue
Yes.
while you go ahead, Carl, and see if you could do even half of what we did.
Thank you.
It looked really hectic. I mean, I'm thirsty just thinking about what just happened right now. It's crazy. But there are things happening in your Feel Good Breakfast Show you need to see, including Chef Clem. He is a disaster master. For the Culinary Hotline, he's going to be sorting out all of those kitchen nightmares that may be coming your way. And then we've got a Guess the Meal game. You're going to love that. I want you to guess along with us in the next couple of minutes. So stay right there. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, and I have told everybody that this is their time. I've paid each one 50 cents. It's the Culinary hotline bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
I should have paid more. Now, Chef Clem is back in the kitchen to analyze common baking disasters, kitchen fails. We've all been through it. Whether it's a sticky macaron or maybe a sunken cake, it happens, all right? So don't worry. No one's going to judge you. We want to guide you through. So here to give us some guidance, some solutions here and there to try and fix the disasters, Chef Clem is definitely standing by. Now, we've asked you to give us a couple of options. Maybe you've taken a picture or two, maybe you got a voice note or two, maybe you got a message. We want to hear all of those things, and don't be shy. It doesn't matter. If you've put salt and it should have been sugar, that's okay. If the cake sunk, it's fine. If you've burned something easy like popcorn, that's also okay. 063-408-8863. We're very happy to hear what you have to say. Chef Clem, first and foremost, how are you, man?
So good.
Hey?
It's happy to see you.
It's happy to see you here in the kitchen. We're doing our thing, which is exciting.
Very exciting.
So before we go to the comments, right, common mistakes, sure, there's so many, especially in baking. Baking is such a big science, and I feel like the margin for error is far greater.
Absolutely.
In baking than it is for just like sort of generic cooking, I suppose.
Because it comes down to silly things like air pressure.
Yeah.
Air temperature.
Putting a little bit of water in the oven while the thing, and you're like, why would I even think about that?
Moisture in the atmosphere. It really can be that like fine of a detail to change your whole baking experience. And the thing is, we're asking people about their kitchen disasters not to laugh at them.
No, with them.
With.
Yes.
Because how many times have I, live on TV, just had a disaster completely? If you remember the cream situation, where it was this one week I was just knocking the cream over, left, right, and center.
I don't know.
And we go with it, So we have asked our viewers, and a lot of the questions, the answers that came through were baking related.
Okay.
Should we go through some of them?
I feel like we should.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's go through it. So let's talk about some of them that have come through. And here's a first one that is
Paddy
up.
says, I can bake almost anything, but macaron are showing me flames. I don't blame you. And the funny thing is, it's actually a very easy recipe. Very, very, very easy. But yeah, they're like certain little techniques that can cause your bake to go a little sideways.
I think that sometimes, for many, it's the shape of the macaron. They're not piping it onto I feel like the baking tray in a certain way where it gets a chance to express itself. So it's either too big, or it's a weird wonky shape, or it goes
left. Or it rises like to the side, the gangster lean.
Exactly.
That's okay, but it's fine. Look, I honestly believe to get the shape right, it's something that's going to take a little bit of practice. So the thing is, we're using a silicone mat, and we're actually going to make some macarons a little later.
That's cool.
But there are certain bits of equipment that help you get that perfect shape and that perfect texture as well. And I think we got quite a few macarons coming through where people were like, it's tricky, but we're going to help you today. We are going to help you.
All right, another comment. We're going to switch you out a little bit later. We don't have time for that at the moment. But Wahida's saying, trying to make macarons. I've tried so many times. There we go, another macaron one. Amazing delicacy to make. So I feel like macaron seems to be what we need to make today.
We are definitely going to jump into that one.
Okay.
And again, it is such an easy recipe. It's the few little techniques that give you that perfect end result.
Okay, this is good. Also, sometimes it's really, really dry. Sometimes. I think that's the problem with macarons as well. If you don't get your mix right. More comments. Let's see if there's any more that has come your way. And thanks a lot for sending these over. Of course, that's Wahida, Lauren Olivier saying, a can of condensed milk in my old school pressure cooker to make caramel. Not the best idea where the pressure cooker lid flew off and I was left cleaning caramel off the ceiling.
Okay. All right, I feel you on that one. I actually do like that old technique of buying a can of condensed milk, slowly cooking it in a pot of water till it turns to caramel. It takes time. So you want to chuck it into a pressure cooker. But here's the thing. For me, pressure cookers and the condensed milk can, it's a little scary because, I mean, you got pressure of the pressure cooker itself building up pressure.
Yeah.
But inside that pressure can is another can building up pressure.
That's correct.
It's a little scary. And people, they do find pressure cookers in general scary. Yeah. I love a pressure cooker. I feel like before the end of winter, we're going to have a little pressure cooker hotline because I do love it. I would rather go low and slow when it comes to making that caramel. Put it in a normal pot of water with a normal lid on and just be patient.
Yeah.
Alternative, buy the caramel. Don't be risking things. No.
It's fun. It's fun to try, but I think if you need to know your techniques, and I think that's very, very important. And then another one, I attempted sago pudding, epic fail. That's from Charmaine Munsami. And, you know, sago pudding, it's like what you grew up with. Ma used to make sago pudding. You never knew how she used to do that. I think it's also polarizing, sago pudding, in terms of its texture. If you get it wrong, it's mush. It's not really that desirable. Yeah. If you get it wrong again, then it's just the taste doesn't work. So there's got to be a middle bit there that you have to get it right.
And then you get it wrong the third time and the family sends a message. Listen, rather bring the rolls. Rather bring the rolls.
Just bring chips.
If your family, if a family puts you on snack duty and says bring the chips, bring the rolls, you need to be watching this episode right now. You can also go and check it out on YouTube again if you want later. But that's why we're here to help you, to get you out of the snack category and into making the mains. Sago, back to sago. Yep. So because sago's cooked with a bit of a custard, essentially, right? Yeah. What I see a lot of people do is they cook it and then the custard splits. So it's always, again, it's really important to work off a recipe, especially if you are a bit of a beginner when it comes to baking. And you'll get more confidence as you keep on baking. And you'll learn to play around with things and how things react in the oven and when you're making a batter itself. But we are going to make a sago because it is so cold outside. And I want to just say, I don't know, like a lot of our desserts kind of cross the borders and they can almost become breakfast. I feel like sago is one of those when we should just wake up in the morning and have a bowl of sago. That's amazing.
Well, this works as well. So I feel like also the spice in there, it kind of heats things up, which I like. Absolutely. Which I love about sago pudding. Nomatemba, another one that came through about a kitchen disaster. It just says fail at scones and muffins. I think scones, it's quite specific in terms of that crumbly dough and just putting it together as opposed to kneading it in. And I think muffins-wise, that's another thing that takes, once again, science. You want to keep them moist and not dry, and I think that's another thing we definitely have done before, but we should jump into it again sometime soon. That'll be great.
I do love muffins made with a bit of oil in the batter. It does make a difference.
Thank you.
Talking about scones, again, the ingredients for scones are so, I think it's like 5 ingredients, could be even 4. The issue is the technique, and the biggest problem, people usually overwork the dough, and then it turns into a brick. And you don't want that. No.
That's correct.
So you want to work with it as less as possible, and that gives you that soft, flaky, short-ish, pull-apart texture.
And I mean, Martha, same thing around the cakes. I mean, it is a science. I wanted to learn how to bake cakes, but it always falls flat. I don't want to bake cake anymore. Martha, please.
I felt it last night. I don't want to bake cake anymore. I felt that.
Come on, Martha.
Because baking, again, you spend so much time putting effort and love into it for something to flop. So what I like to say is, find the easiest recipe of the version of whatever you're trying to bake. Something that you can read and you can visualize yourself going through those techniques. Start off there. Start off small. And maybe it's not a case of starting off with the chocolate cake. Maybe it's chocolate cupcakes. You know what I mean? And again, it's all about the batter and how you just work with it. But just start off with the small steps. If it's as simple as going to Woolies and buying a box mix, just to get the confidence of working with the batter and just to get into the oven, do it.
Lovely.
Absolutely do it. Baking is all about, I want to say, a bit of like muscle memory, a bit of like your senses and the things they know they're supposed to see, smell, hear. It's about practice.
Lovely. And we'll practice with you a little bit later. Remember, macarons will be made here. We've got all of your questions answered with Chef Tim a little later, so make sure you stay right here. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. Now, if you are hungry for some fun this morning, why don't you go ahead and play along with us? Because it is time for a round of Guess the Meal. And today we are playing the Winter Warmer Pudding Edition. Yum. It's really all about the puddings you can pair with the smooth and creamy taste of Clover's vanilla custard. And I'm going to show my contenders, which I'll introduce you in a second, a series of blurred out photos, and they need to then guess what food type or meal it is. In the red corner, we have Carissa. In the blue corner, comedian extraordinaire Rob van Vuuren. He is here. Rob, we sorted you out with a hearty breakfast this morning with some Clover custard, and let's guess a meal. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready, Carissa?
I hope so. Yeah,
okay.
Let's see.
Let's do it. Here's your first blurred out picture, and this is what I will give you. You can have a look there. This fruity pudding is made. Yeah, this fruity pudding is made with a fruit that is said to keep the doctor away.
I know.
What is it?
What do we say? Carissa, ting, ting, ting. Apple crumble.
Okay, do you want to go with a different version?
I'm saying like apple tarts with a little bit of cream.
Okay.
He's trying to earn more points.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. It is apple crumble.
With cream.
But I'll give you half a point. Yes, I'll give you half a point. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, let's go for a next one. This is the next one, blurred out. Lovely, see if you can get this one. A rich custard...
Ting, ting, ting.
No.
Wait a minute.
You have to wait till I finish. You are disqualified for this round. A rich custard topped with a hard layer of caramelized sugar. Rob, yes.
Creme brulee.
Yes! You got, well, I can't say yes. I haven't seen the picture, but yes, I know, I felt it. It's great. Sorry, Carissa, for that one.
Listen,
you got to wait
when am I allowed
till
to
I
eat
finish.
this?
No, go for it.
Goodness, I thought we were waiting for something.
I will have a bite as well. This is your next picture.
It's here. Let's see.
For this pudding, you would require an everyday staple.
I don't know, I'm joking, I don't know.
A what?
You would require an everyday staple for this pudding.
That's all we get?
Yep, that's all you get.
Bread, pudding.
Ooh, she's onto something.
Everyday staple.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, fine,
That
whatever.
made a lot of sense. Carissa, well done.
Thank you.
You're so smart.
2 points, you know, smarty pants.
Oh, yay!
Smarty pants, yes. Okay.
This is delicious,
It's
by
yummy,
the way.
eh? I know, right? I told you we're going to sort you out this morning. Let's take a look at this one. It is a French classic, wait for me to finish, made in a pan with caramelized fruit.
Bundt cake. Pecan pie.
I don't even know what a bundt cake is. What is that?
It's got a
and then
T.
it's got a hole
It's
in the
called
middle.
bundt.
Bundt cake.
Bundt cake. Yeah.
Bundt cake. I don't know.
I want to go with bundt cake.
Okay, you're going to go with that.
Yeah. That was my guess,
I
by
led
the
him
way.
astray.
What is your
Definitely
thing?
not that. I said bundt cake.
You also said bundt cake.
Actually, I changed it.
What is it?
It's a flambe.
Ooh.
I pulled that out
Let's
of my
see.
French history.
It's a tartare.
What is that?
It's,
What is that?
yeah.
I don't know.
What did you say, French?
It's a French classic.
They ran out of ideas,
Yeah.
okay?
Lots of fruit. Yeah.
Tatine.
Okay,
Making
let's
stuff up.
move on to this one. This is a dead giveaway, this picture,
What?
for sure. This is a Portuguese egg custard tart pastry, optionally
the name of it?
dusted with cinnamon.
I know it, but I don't know the name of it. I've seen them.
What is it?
Pain au chocolat.
No.
What?
No, it's, man, what are
Yeah,
Give me the letter.
I
Give
had
me the
one
letter.
just the other day.
5, 4,
It's a milk tart.
3, 2.
Pasta de nata.
Yes, that one. Okay, well, let's see what it is. Pasta. Oh, look at you! Come on, man!
I know you might
That is
compare it to, but well
amazing,
done.
dude. Okay, we have one more for you.
Okay.
Take a look at this one.
Oh.
All right.
What?
A firm South African favorite.
Okay, milk tart. Surely. Surely.
Wow, that
After
was
that
quick
one,
off the mark, huh?
No?
But where's all the...
Firm South African favorite.
It's that or it's jelly and custard.
Or like
Come quickly, I need a guess.
cook or something.
It's a dessert.
Well, fat cook can sometimes be a dessert.
Okay, let's
see.
reveal. Let's see. It is a malva pudding.
I'm so embarrassed.
How did you guys not
How
get that?
did we not know? Oh my gosh.
So Rob's got 2.5 points.
And me?
Carissa? 2 points for Carissa.
What?
Yes, Rob wins.
Okay, well
That
done.
is amazing.
The reigning
That's amazing.
champion of
You let
desserts.
me
Give it up
Let's
for
be
our
honest.
panel, everyone. Come on, give him a nice round of applause.
Okay.
Rob, thank you, my friend, for joining us this morning. Thank you so much, and all the best, dude. Listen, just quickly, I know that you and Joe Perk.
Yes.
Next to Joe Perk, Friday, and at the Heat Festival in
Cape Town.
Tickets?
Saturday. Tickets at Quicket and Ticket Pro for either one of those things. But just go to my Instagram page at Rob van Vuuren, search for Namaste Bay. All the shows will be there. Very busy. Come and see me at some point somewhere, and I'll hug you.
Oh.
And I'm talking to you specifically.
To me specifically. I'll have you know that'll be my second hug then. So I am completely healed.
Your second hug ever.
Oh, no,
That was the saddest story ever.
Oh my gosh, here we
wanna
go.
hug now.
Listen, you're a legend. We love you here. Thank you very much for coming through. You guys hug. Go check it out. Rob van Vuuren's Namaste Bay. Blessings and kombucha to all of you at home. But while Clover's vanilla custard is delightful, like you've seen on all of these desserts and what we're having on its own, you can also enjoy any of these tasty treats with its smooth and creamy taste. So head on over to our socials at Expresso Show and let us know your favorite way to enjoy it. Cheers.
Elevate your custard game with the all-new vanilla-flavored Clover custard. So creamy and smooth, it makes all the other desserts a little jelly.
Delicious, and what a great challenge. But of course, we got another challenge for you a little bit later. We're going to bring out the whisk, and we're going to show you how to make macarons, which is very, very important with Chef Clem. That's going to be fantastic. Then we have some talent over here that we'll be whisked away by. Danny Vallee is here. We'll meet a super talent in the next few. So make sure you stay there, get comfortable. Questions about kitchen disasters and incredible performances await you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Now, the weather might be a little bit chilly out there, but don't you worry, because we absolutely have got you covered right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we need to get into conversation with an incredible person that we've got joining us on the couch today. Her name is Danny Vallee. Now, she is a versatile musician who grew up on an apple farm in a small town called Fairboom in Western Cape. Now, she's now based in the mother city, where she captivates audience as a full-time singer as well as a songwriter. We got to take a listen to what she's about.
He's got eyes, and it seems to me it reminds me of childhood memories, where everything is as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see his face, it takes me away to that special place, and if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
Beautiful stuff. Look at that background to complement your vocals. We got to give her a feel-good welcome. Yes, Danny. You look so so beautiful today, and I can't wait to get into chatting with you. But I want to throw it back, right?
Yes.
Where did this love for music actually begin for you? When did the bug bite you?
Yes. Well, I actually grew up with a very musical family. So since we've been very little, my parents have been playing like Queen, Shania Twain, all these iconic artists in the house. And my dad can play instruments, my mom can play instruments. So I think we kind of were like bred into it.
I get that.
Yeah, and since I was very small, I think I was like 5 or 6 years old, I just wanted to be on the stage, and my mom saw this girl, she's going to be a performer.
A superstar.
And I started with singing lessons and everything from a very young age, and they've been very supportive ever since. So.
And I find that so beautiful, because usually with creative paths, you know, you never know with parents
like,
if they're going to be
study
supportive.
this first, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But we're so glad that you pursued music, because we get blessed with your sound today. Speaking about your sound, Ruled by You, a song you recently released. Tell me more about it and what's the inspiration behind it?
Yes, I'm so excited because I'm going to play it for you guys later. Ruled by You is actually a very special song for me because last year, about basically a year ago, I traveled to Berlin in Germany for 3 months. Yes, I was there, and I kind of traveled and I sang and busked, you know, where they busk on the streets. It's actually very, very big there. And I met so many musicians and people in the creative industry because Berlin has so many connections, you know. And that kind of inspired me to write this song. I made a lot of friends that are also in the music industry. Based on the stories that they told me about their personal life, it kind of inspired me to write Ruled by You, and all the genres of everything that's going on there in Berlin also. I've tried to put into Ruled by You, so it's a very special song.
Oh, I love that. I visited Berlin, and it is an incredible city.
Insane.
The creativities, you can feel it around you when you're walking. Well, talk to me a bit about Skilpad Theatre. I gotta hear about this. An outdoor music theatre that's on your family's farm, is that right?
Yes.
What is that about?
So obviously I mentioned that our family loves music. We're a very musical family, and we are 3 daughters. I'm the youngest of 3. And my dad is a farmer, so he was like, maybe we should try and find a way to keep everyone on the farm, even though we're not, you know, maybe gonna farm one day. And it was actually a project that my sister had when she was still in school, and to build this theatre on our farm. And in 2017 we decided, let's give it a go. We started with live shows. We have big artists, South African artists, and then I also perform there. And it's beautiful because the stage, everything is set between the apple orchards and the mountains and the greenery, you know, so it's amazing experience, and people bring their picnic blankets.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, come summer, you got to invite us, okay?
Only summer.
I'm holding you to it, and all of you have seen that as well. Well, Danny Vallee is going to perform for us in just a little bit. Stick around to find out more about her. And, of course, that song, Ruled by You. For now, though, it's time to tap into official duties. Ewan is standing by.
Thank you, Carissa. Danny, make no mistake, you are farming. You are farming with music. Stick around for that performance, as we can see a little bit later on in your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right now, it is 7 o'clock. Let's run you through another batch of news headlines that's making news headlines across South Africa this morning. National news, Eskom has resumed load reduction in 7 provinces, but insists it is not implementing load shedding. Now, this means Eskom has sufficient generation capacity to meet demand, but does not have to resort to load shedding. However, as customers' demand is higher than what the equipment in particular areas can withstand, load reduction is implemented to prevent transformers and substations from being damaged and potentially exploding. Now, provinces affected are Limpopo, Western and Eastern Cape, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, KwaZulu-Natal and Northwest. Overloading has resurfaced with the onset of winter. And the Disaster Management Centre of the Cape Town Metro says they will monitor the damage due to flooding and strong winds for the rest of the week, as severe weather is still forecast until the weekend. A spokesperson for the centre, Mandy Thomas, says the city is making an urgent call for donations so that it can help as many people as possible who are affected by the conditions. A level 8 warning for heavy rain and storms was earlier issued for tomorrow over Cape Town. And in your international news headlines this morning, a court in Moscow has issued an arrest warrant for the widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny on charges of extremism. The charges brought against Yulia Navalnaya, who lives outside Russia, are to do with her alleged participation in an extremist society. Navalny was Russia's most significant opposition leader of the past decade. He died in February in an Arctic Circle jail. Russian authorities said he died of natural causes, but his widow said Navalny had been tortured, starved, cut off and killed by Russia's President Vladimir Putin. And the government of Rwanda says it has fulfilled its side of the immigration deal with Britain to take in thousands of asylum seekers. The newly elected British Prime Minister Keir Starmer scrapped the arrangement last week, shortly after he was elected. However, Rwanda says it is still committed to a solution to the migrant crisis. Starmer, in return, undertook to find a more effective replacement for the Rwanda plan, which has already cost British taxpayers more than £310 million. And on a lighter note, entertainment news this morning is that Paramount Global, one of Hollywood's oldest companies established in 1914, is merging with independent film studio Skydance Media. Now, Shari Redstone, Paramount's non-executive chair, will sell her family's controlling stake, resulting in a new firm worth around $28 billion. Now, this marks the end of an era for Redstone family, whose late patriarch Sumner Redstone transformed a chain of drive-in cinemas into a vast media empire. Now, the group includes Paramount, CBS, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon and MTV. The merger combines Paramount's classics with Skydance's recent hits like Top Gun Maverick. Skydance will invest around $8 billion in Paramount, and the deal comes as the global entertainment industry is being transformed by the video streaming revolution. We'll have more entertainment news heading your way a little bit later on in the show. Right now, let's take another look at those sport headlines with Carl.
Thanks a lot, Ewan. Now, at 16 years old, you were very excited to get your learner's license, but for others, they were scoring in the Euros. That's right, 16-year-old Lamine Yamal became Euro 2024's youngest goal scorer as Spain came from behind to beat France 2-1 in Munich, securing a spot in the final. Randall Kolo Muane's 9th-minute header gave France an early lead, but Spain responded with 2 goals in just 4 minutes. Yamal equalized with a stunning long-range strike, and Danny Olmo scored the winner with a deflected shot. Spain will face either the Netherlands or England in Saturday's final. That'll be in Berlin. On to rugby. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus is not playing. He's named the most experienced team in Springbok history for the second test against Ireland at Kings Park in Durban on Saturday. He retained the same 23-man squad that secured a 27-20 victory in the opening match. The starting 15 boasts a record 990 combined test caps, surpassing the 987 caps from the 2023 Rugby World Cup final team. Additionally, Damien Delendi and Jesse Kriel will set a new record as South Africa's most capped centre pairing, combining in the midfield for the 30th time in tests. Now on to cricket. Indian seamer Pooja Vastrakar took 4 for 13 to bowl out the Proteas women for a meagre 84, with openers Sumitri Mandana, who scored 54, and Shafali Verma, aged 27, leading India to a decisive 10-wicket win in the 3rd Women's T20 International in Chennai, levelling the series 1-all. India previously swept the ODI series 3-0 and won the one-off tests as well. And on to tennis action. Wimbledon is fired up. Daniel Medvedev defeated world #1 Jannik Sinner in a 5-set thriller to secure his 2nd consecutive Wimbledon semi-final spot. Medvedev overcame Sinner 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 2-6 and 6-3, avenging his loss in the Australian Open final in January. Meanwhile, Carlos Alcaraz won the battle of the 2 most recent Queen's Club champions as the Spaniard edged closer to winning a 2nd successive Wimbledon title with an enthralling 5-7, 6-4, 6-2 and 6-2 quarter-final victory over American Tommy Paul. Carlos takes on Daniel this Friday for a spot in the finals. That's it for your sport for now. Another update in 1 hour. Of course, you may be headed to work. Of course, schools are officially back, so there may be some more traffic on your roads. Carissa has got all those details for you right now.
Thank you, Carlicious. Let's get into your roads. We start out in Pretoria in Gauteng, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound after Gersfontein Road. Now, the left lane is affected, so please exercise caution while driving. We move on to Randburg, staying in Gauteng, where there's been a multi-vehicle on the N1 northbound after Malibongwe Drive. One lane is affected, so do approach the affected area with caution. And we close off your roads in Athlone, out in the mother city in Cape Town. There is congestion on the N2 inbound at Jakes Carnival. Now, delays are expected, so allow for added travel time and maintain a safe following distance. That's where we wrap up your roads. Let's check out your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued severe weather alerts for today. Damaging winds are expected in the western and central interior of the Eastern Cape, southern parts of the Northern Cape, central Karoo, Cape Winelands, Overberg and western parts of the Garden Route. Along the coast from Lambert's Bay to Mossel Bay, damaging waves are anticipated. Now, in the Western Cape, disruptive rain could lead to flooding and mudslides in the city of Cape Town, Drakensberg and Stellenbosch municipalities. Additional warnings include damaging waves from Table Bay to Streesbaai and disruptive rain across the West Coast, Northern Cape Winelands and Western Overberg districts. The Weather Service has also warned of level 8 disruptive rain for Thursday over the Cape Town, Drakensberg and Stellenbosch areas. Now, for a detailed forecast, do go ahead and visit www.weathersa.co.za. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, here is our sunrise view of the hour. And out in Durban, Belwa got in touch and sent this beautiful imagery. And when I say beautiful, I think that's a bit of an understatement. Look at the colors of the sunrise out in Durban. And I think once again, the truth has been told that Durban, you really have the best sunrise across the country. Thank you so much, Belwa, for getting in touch with that one. If you think you could beat it, I mean, it's a tough one. Share your morning views with us on 0634088863. For now, though, let's look at your temperatures for today.
And there you have your temperatures. So once again, if you've missed it earlier on, now you are prepped for your Wednesday ahead. All right, we're going to take a very quick break while I enjoy my coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Chef Clem at the back there. He's very busy. Very busy because he's gearing up to show us how to make some macarons. Is that how you say it, Clem?
Exactly like that. Not a macaroon,
it's a macaron. Macaron. It's another edition of your culinary hotline heading your way after the break. And then Carissa will be guiding us through some of the latest entertainment news out there. Lots to get through. So go fill your coffee cup and then we'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hello and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a wonderful Wednesday this morning, and Chef Clem, the lovely Chef Clem, is back in the kitchen to analyze common baking disasters and kitchen fails this morning, whether it is a rather sticky macaron or a sunken cake. Doesn't sound too great, does it now? But he's here to provide guidance and offer solutions that will turn your kitchen disasters into absolute delicious successes. And after a few missteps and a couple of smoke alarms, we all know what we're talking about. Let's move on to something sweet and delicate as Chef Clem shows us how to make macarons step by step in our next edition of this Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Thank you. This is Chef Clem on this side. Hello, Chef Clem.
How are you?
Well, thank you. So you ran us through some common kitchen conundrums. Some baking seems to be at the forefront of those problems.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Understandably.
I just want to know, so you're going to show us how to make a macaron.
Yeah.
Can you save a sticky macaron?
Sticky in what sense? What happened?
I don't know. I've never made one, so do they get sticky? I just said sticky.
I think the situation's
sticky.
But them themselves, not so much. I mean, they could.
But if something goes wrong,
we're going to help you today.
Can you save it? That's what I want to know.
First things first, macaron, that's what a macaron is.
Yes,
okay?
that, over there.
Macaroon is not that.
No.
A macaroon is, it's more like I'd say like a coconut-style little biscuit, little sweet bite, okay?
It's weird when you say macaroon because it doesn't sound like there should be coconut in there. It's weird. I don't know.
You see, my brain goes, yes, macaroon makes sense. Because if you get marooned on an island, what are you going to find? Coconuts.
Okay, I've just had a change of opinion.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's make some macarons.
Yes. So very simple macarons. Let's talk about the ingredients. So we've got egg whites in here.
Yes, that's the nice and crispy, fluffy part of it.
Let's talk about the egg whites first.
Okay.
Day-old, 2-day-old, 3-day-old, 4-day-old egg whites work really well for meringues and incorporating into them, okay? Another thing you want to do is if you keep your eggs in the fridge, take them out the fridge and let them come to room temperature. You want everything, when it comes to baking, you always want your ingredients to be as close to the same temperature as possible.
Right.
That way, it incorporates really well into a batter and you get the best texture.
You see.
There we go.
And by doing so, avoiding conundrums.
Conundrums, exactly.
In the kitchen.
So, we're going to start off by beating the egg whites and adding some sugar to it.
You clearly have done already
because
a little bit.
This part takes some time, and I want you to pay attention to it. So you can add caster sugar if you want. I prefer using normal sugar, and you want to add it gradually. What you're going to do is you're going to keep on mixing it until your meringues.
So you can use either or.
Exactly, no, absolutely, you really can. What you do want to do, the most important part, is you want to mix it until, I want to say, 90% of that sugar is dissolved into the egg white. So how do you test that? So you test it by taking some of the meringue between your fingers, okay, and you kind of squish it.
Oh, so you can feel.
And I can feel there's a lot of grit happening in there.
Well, you've literally just put it in.
I've literally just put it in. So we're going to keep on working.
Should I keep going?
Please do, please do. So you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to get all the sugar dissolved. Plus, you're going to see your meringues and they become beautiful and glossy and thick.
Can you overmix it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But it's going to, again, you're going to look out for the gloss and you're going to feel how nice and thick it is. Okay, you're doing the things. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there.
Should I keep doing this?
Keep doing it.
Okay, I'm keep doing this.
I'm going to work on the other part, which is going to be our almond flour, the ground almonds, okay?
Righto.
That's what kind of holds everything together. It's not flour, it's almond flour. So,
got it.
To that, we're going to add that to a bowl. We're going to add icing sugar.
Okay.
Because we're looking for smooth texture, we want to actually sieve in the icing sugar first. We don't want lumps.
Okay. While you're sitting there, can I ask a question?
Of course.
Because you said you can either use the granulated sugar or that sugar, the caster sugar in here.
So icing sugar?
Icing sugar
we would not use with a meringue. You kind of want to create some of that agitation. So you want to, that's why I like using normal sugar versus caster sugar. Because of the bigger grains, you're going to create more agitation, you're going to get more air into the egg whites. Versus the powder, the icing sugar.
It's going to kind of condense it a little bit.
It's still going to puff up a little bit, but not as much as we want it to. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to give this a mix now. This is, again, the almond flour, icing sugar mixing together. Let's see how that's looking. Yeah, okay. I will go for a little bit longer, but for the sake of time, you know what I mean. Again, you want it to be shiny glossy.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, can I just do a little bit more then? Because I want this to turn out...
Absolutely. And then, in the meantime, pick a color. We've got yellow, we've got orange, we've got green, we've got pink.
Right.
What do you want to go for?
Let's go with a green. Can we do a green?
Why
Yeah?
not?
I want to see a green, because we don't have any green there.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, go for it. But you don't need a lot, no?
Talking about kitchen disasters. First things first.
Open.
Step 1, remove packaging. Okay, here we go.
Disaster avoided.
When working with dye,
yes.
number 1, you can add more, you can't take out.
Yes.
So start off with a little bit first.
Because you don't need a lot.
You don't need a lot. And especially with macarons, they've got like a very soft pastel color.
Yes, you don't want it like...
that. Okay, there we go. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay. Ooh, look at that.
Okay, now...
I feel we should resort to actually a spoon mixing of this.
Here we go. You can use this. And what you're going to do now is... And again, I'm not going very bright green. I want to keep the colors nice and muted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can see it's kind of minty. Some would say it's clear minty. Okay, so there we go. To this, we're going to add we're going to add our dry ingredients. We're going to add half first. Okay. And you're going to fold, because remember, we worked so hard to get all that air into the egg whites.
Yeah.
So we're going to really work slowly so we don't knock that air out.
So am I doing it correctly?
You're doing it perfectly.
Right.
You're doing it absolutely, like, this is the way. And you're going to take your time with it.
Right.
It's happening. It's gone quiet all of a sudden.
Nice.
The focus,
okay.
the detail.
The focus, yeah.
Nick, can I tell you about the equipment? I say you 100% you need.
You can. I was about to ask you something, but go ahead.
No, okay, while I'm busy, you can ask your question.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I want to know, is there anything, we're talking about kitchen disasters, that will prevent the egg whites from becoming the way they should be when you're doing this? What can happen?
Absolutely.
You mentioned the room temperature thing.
When you're working with egg whites specifically to whip them to get a lot of air into them,
yes.
Your bowl needs to be super clean. Your prongs on your kitchen mixer need to be super clean. Egg whites are very temperamental in the sense if there's any fat present or dirt, it'll stop them from actually puffing up and becoming beautiful and aerated like you want it to. So make sure everything's really, really clean.
Okay. Listen, fantastic. Good tip. Thank you very much. I am trying to go as slow as I can here, but I think we're getting there.
We are.
Because you also don't want to over-mix it, I presume,
no.
right?
I think we're good. So what I use for equipment, I use a piping bag.
Okay.
Willie's sell them in a pack of 10. They're amazing.
Yeah.
And then I've got a nozzle on the end. And then I've got a silicone mat.
Ooh, I like
Nothing
that.
sticks to a silicone mat, okay? Or you can use baking paper. I prefer the silicone mat.
Okay.
Then, so I want to ask you now to scoop that in to our piping bag.
Oh, wait. I feel I should be a lefty.
Be a lefty. I'm a lefty. There we go.
I am so bad at being a lefty.
I will take that. Okay, keep that for just now.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? Ooh, you know what we were? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. Okay.
What did you?
No.
No,
It's not
don't
yet.
freak me out, Blue.
It's not yet. It's not yet. It's coming up now. So get it down. Okay. We're gonna do a little tester first. Okay.
Okay.
And then what you can do is you can also trace out the shapes. If you want to make sure they're exactly the same.
Right, but if you're a professional like Chef Clem, then you just eyeball it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay, once you get your little pieces down, and what I do, I don't even notice, I actually rest my elbow like on the counter, just when I pipe, because you have more control.
Okay.
Then, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, even though we worked hard to get the air in there, if there are bigger air bubbles trapped in them, as it bakes and as it rises, it's gonna give you like a little bit of a bump, or it's gonna pop. So you don't want to do that. So you're gonna give it a...
Right.
Okay, and I like to let it sit like this for a little bit. And I actually like to let my batter sit for a little bit as well.
Just to get, yeah.
Then pop it into the oven, okay? Right. And look how beautiful they come out.
Because you want that, this is the iconic way that you want to have a macaron coming out smooth, beautiful, because it is such a... It's a statement that you're making when you make this, right?
It really is. And again, what's nice is you've got, let's say, for instance, we made this a specific flavor. Yeah. Let's say we even added a little bit of peppermint extract to it. So, and then with a filling, you can play around with flavor combinations. And you can do with chocolate fillings, chocolate and mint, or you can, absolutely go crazy with it. Coconut, the coconut flavored center. And the texture is, it's not a biscuit, it's not a dry cracker.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a little marshmallowy.
Oh, look at that.
A little marshmallowy in the center as well,
like
okay?
That.
That's what you're looking for.
All right, perfect. Well, I can tell you this. If you follow these steps that Chef Clem just laid out in front of us, you cannot make a mistake in the kitchen, right? No.
It's practice, but we're giving you the best foundation to get it right the first time.
Just follow it. I'm sure you'll be fine. Thank you, Chef Clem. Another edition and another round of your culinary hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. We'll be heading your way in just a bit.
Yum.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see? I mean, macarons. It's beautiful. It really is. And we've learned from the expert in the kitchen. Let's learn from somebody else.
I think so. We definitely need to move into summer DIY. Now, it is time, of course, for another episode of Handy Heroes. And today, the experts from Paint Trade at Meadowdale Mall in Germiston share their DIY hacks and valuable paint tips to help make your next DIY as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Paint Trade, Meadowdale Mall in Germiston.
We specialize in paint. That's our main game. Anything paint related we have, and we're all about the customer service. What we like when customers come into our store is that family relationship. We've got a very personal relationship with a lot of the customers, so they feel welcome, they get helped well, they feel like they're getting the right advice, and they leave knowing that they're going to have a good paint job. What makes our store the best paint in the area is our service. Well, we've been with Plascon for as long as I can remember. That's about 20 years plus minus. We've grown with them, they've grown with us, becoming very, very, very like customer based now. Brand has grown, there's a lot of variety, a lot of different options, a lot of choices, and very price conscious. You know, they've got things available for everyone from bottom to the top. What I like to sell the most is most of your Plascon Marketex. Reason being, fantastic product, good lifespan on it, and a nice variety of different colors. My best DIY tip I can give to anyone is to mix your paint correctly. That solves 90% of problems, just mixing the paint properly before you use it and while you're using it. Paint Trade, your coating specialist.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. We've got this.
There it is, celebrating the DIY masters, the Handy Heroes with Plascon.
Absolutely love that. Well, listen, we've got so much more coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you want to find out exactly what that's about, Ewan is standing by.
I am standing by, indeed. Thank you very much, Carissa. And speaking about Carissa, she's going to be guiding us through the latest entertainment news stories that's on the scene that you should be knowing about. And the sound checks sounds phenomenal. Danny Vallee, she's here. We met a little bit earlier on, and she's going to be gearing up to perform for us in just a couple of minutes. You do not want to miss it. We'll see you on the other side.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Mycotex, strong enough to endure anything.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. On this chilly morning, we're about to keep things heated up right here because we're talking about entertainment news, where we delve into the goodness of all things to do with our favorite celebrities. And of course, joining us on the couch once again is Danny Vallee. You've got to do the hand. Vallee.
Is that it? Is that part of the...
It's how you like saying it.
Yeah, no, I think you from now on, this is how you have to introduce yourself.
Like there you go. Well, we need to delve into entertainment news, and the first one, of course, is all about some of our local superstars. Now, if there's one thing about South Africa, we are on the map, baby. Like, nobody can deny us. We are there. And one of our favorite actresses, leading lady, in fact, her name is Nambita Ben Mazwi. You might know her from a couple of Netflix series. She has really been making a name for herself. In fact, she is the only South African to have six credits on the streaming website. So that's really exciting. Well, she was invited to Essence Fest, where she got to run a panel on Saturday, and that was out in New Orleans, which she said she spent time in LA, she spent time in New York and lived there, but to be in New Orleans, baby, she was really deeply humbled and excited to be part of this panel.
Lady
Nam. I think it's just so beautiful, exactly, that Lady Nam is repping us in this type of way.
It is brilliant, and I mean, I think that what she's done in the industry thus far, it's been fantastic. I'm just picturing Danny Vallee as an actress as well in the industry
I would love that.
Right? Would you do it?
Yes, I love it, yeah. I mean, I think if you're in the entertainment industry, you should be able to do a little bit of everything.
Diversify.
Diversify.
That's the one.
So, in English or Afrikaans or both?
Both.
Oh, come on
I think
now.
you should expand.
Yes.
Yeah, don't limit yourself to any one thing.
Exactly. I'm absolutely here for it. We also saw Rosemary, who is also, they share a screen on a series called something Beauty. What was it? Scarred Beauty?
Savage Beauty.
Savage Beauty.
Yeah.
That's it. And the both of them were up there. So I was just like, yes, rep us in the best way. It was her first Essence Fest, and I hope to see her there again. She also saw Usher.
Oh,
baby.
Okay.
We love us some Usher, don't we? Look at that.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh, I love it. Usher, of course, celebrating his recent award for that BET Lifetime Award. And I think I think 2024 is just about celebrating really great people. Of course, Tyler also making it on that list. So congratulations to Lady Bam, as well as Rosemary, for doing the absolute most. We got to move on to Ed Sheeran, though. I don't know. Name me an Ed Sheeran song.
Shape of You.
Name me an Ed Sheeran song.
That other one.
That other one. Name me an Ed Sheeran song.
Bad Habits.
Yeah, come on now.
Thinking out loud.
That's what he was about to say. Ewan was getting there.
Oh, Eddie, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Etta.
Well, Etta is doing the absolute most. He has been on tour for the past 3 years, and he said the mathematics tour is going to come to an end at some point soon, because he has to just sit that down to give back to people who, you know, also would love to pursue the world of music. So Etta just said, you know what, I'm putting my guitar down, putting my vocals down, and pouring in to the community that made this possible. He said he wasn't really an academic growing up, but music is where he really excelled. And he felt like, you know what, I'm good at something at least. So now he's giving back to not only the city and country that he's in, but all the surrounding spaces as well. So we'll see him wrap that tour up in 2025. And then he's just going to take a bit of hiatus so we can continue enjoying I'm in love with the body now.
Well, you know, he always says that, but then he comes through like with a mad collab, and you're like, I thought you were taking a break, bro. What's going on? Etta? You know? But Danny, just in terms of, have you ever covered an Ed Sheeran song in one of your sets?
Yes,
Which
a
one?
few. Actually, Bad Habits, Shape of You, because I know that the people like his songs. So you try to work with what the crowd will like, you know, make them move a little bit. If you want to play a love song, at all the weddings and the stuff.
I was going to say, when your legs don't know, that one is a great wedding song. I love that one. Well, who else is beautiful? That is Margot Robbie, one of the most beautiful. I don't know if you guys heard, but Miss Bobby's pregnant. It hasn't been officially confirmed, but we saw her while she was holidaying out in Lake Como with her mans, and she was out there with a little crop top and a belly showing. And I was just like, oh my goodness, we are here. She's 34 years old. I think her man is also 34, and she's always wanted a big family. That's what she's envisioned for herself. And she said, this is the time, this is the opportunity.
Imagine your mom being Barbie.
Oh,
that's like
nobody can tell
the
you
ultimate.
nothing. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Miss Barbie Bobby on our couch. We're going to usher you into
Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby. Usher you into your beautiful performance that we're going to hear from. And then we move on to our final news story today with one of Hollywood's oldest companies, Paramount Global. They've agreed to merge with independent film studio called Skydance Media, and that's under the deal that Paramount's non-executive chair, Sherry Redstone, will sell her family's controlling stake in, of course, the company in a complex transaction that's going to result in a new firm worth about $28 billion.
It's massive. Hey? If you look at what's come out of Skydance, and if you look at Top Gun Maverick, etc., there are going to be some huge projects coming out. And I think that I believe that the streaming capability is also going to go to the next level with Skydance and Paramount merging. So it's going to be good for the entertainment industry. It's going to be massive for opportunities, especially on the streaming front, because that's where a lot of the focus is going. Serials are going to, they're becoming huge. So I think this is going to be massive.
And also the idea of gatekeeping is kind of going to close, where it's going to allow more people to do more things, right? And that's what we want to see. And speaking about more people doing more things, that's where we wrap up entertainment news. And on the stage right now to perform a beautiful song is Miss Danny Vallee. Take it away.
Hey guys. Hello everyone, it's Danny Vallee here. I decided to start a little bit with this first song. It's one of my favorite songs by Dua Lipa, so you guys must enjoy.
Don't you know about me? I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Even when the tears are flowing, no time is on my face. I still keep the body going, I want it out of place. Even when the tears are flowing, no time is on my face. I still keep the body going, I want it out of place. Watch me dance, dance the night away. And my could be burning, but you won't see it in my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I still keep the body going, I want it out of place. When my heart breaks, they never see it, never see it. When my world shakes, I feel alive, I feel alive. I don't play it safe, don't you know about me? I could dance, I could dance, I could dance tonight.
Thank you. Yes, it's Danny Vallee, ladies ladies and gentlemen. You got to do the arm, Clem. Danny Vallee. Well, she'll be back with us in just a bit, doing some really exciting things, and she is such a talent and brings so much joy to this space. And speaking about joy, we're going to continue along that avenue because Clem's not going anywhere. We're going to be making a sago pudding straight after this. Not only that, we get to dive into Raul's world of adventure, where we see what he got up to do something really exciting in the outdoors. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
Very dry, tight, sensitive skin. Relieve itchy skin in just 60 seconds with Aveeno's Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion. Aveeno.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and we're back in the kitchen, baby, where Chef Clem is here to analyze common baking disasters as well as kitchen fails. Now, whether it's a sticky macaron or a sunken cake, he's got you covered, okay? He's here to provide guidance and also offer solutions that will turn your kitchen disasters into a delicious success. And to end off this week's Culinary Hotline, we've decided to embrace some local flavors with a traditional baked sago pudding. Now, sago pudding, I have one question. What is this?
Sago. A lot of people, they do wonder what it is.
Yeah.
It's made from tapioca root, so it's natural. It's not something weird and foreign.
It doesn't look natural because it's these white round balls. You know, it looks like, you know when you're boxing things and then you have that stuff inside?
Oh, yeah, the foam.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
It's not that. It's not that. Don't eat that.
Okay, so this is a local South African pudding we're making today. Sago pudding.
Sago pudding. Let's swap sides quickly.
Yes.
So it is very easy to make, but again, when you start working with eggs and egg whites, things get a little scary and people get a bit
These are
worried
egg
about
whites?
It's egg whites.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we've done, we just whip the egg whites with a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
So that's the beautiful gloss and nice thick egg whites we're looking for.
Can we do that test where you put it on top of your
Let's not do that.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Okay, when your egg whites do sit, you'll notice sometimes it gets a little loose at the bottom. That's perfectly fine. Don't get worried.
But don't put it above your head.
No, I nearly did that. What a potential disaster. Okay, so we've got some milk in our pot.
Okay.
And we just want it on a nice low temperature. Again, when you're working with eggs, and essentially we're making a custard, you don't want to work at temperatures that are too high because it's going to start cooking the eggs and you're going to end up with scrambled eggs.
Oh, no, we don't want that.
So we don't want that. So let's get our heat a little lower. Where is low? There we go. To that, we're going to add a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
And I want to keep some of the sugar for the eggs as well. Sugar goes in. And what's nice is there's a guideline for how much sugar to add.
Okay.
If you like a sweeter dessert,
add more.
Absolutely. I don't like my sago very sweet. But
okay, so would that be the right amount of sugar?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Then to this, we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon.
Lovely.
Oh, should we talk about the cinnamon?
Talk about the cinnamon.
So a lot of times with milk tart and with sago, I find what actually puts people off is the amount of cinnamon that is used in it.
I'm telling you, Chef Slim.
Cinnamon's strong. So let's just bring, let's just come over here to our example. I would not put that much cinnamon on the top.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Can I tell you, though, Carl would love that. We had a chat earlier, and I was also in your same boat. I was like, not too much, because and then it goes everywhere.
It's not a cinnamon challenge.
He loves the cinnamon. He also said nutmeg.
Absolutely. You can get a bit of nutmeg in the mixture, actually. Or you can do a little mix of the cinnamon and the nutmeg on the top. But the cinnamon, for me, shouldn't be like a cakey layer on the top.
Right.
Cinnamon is, as mean as it sounds, cinnamon is a background singer.
Not the main character.
And it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It can't be. Or else you just overpower the whole dish and all you get is cinnamon.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
okay being the backup singer.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's okay. Cinnamon
it.
was the front. Cinnamon was the main character when it was a cinnamon challenge. That was fine. That was okay.
It had its moment in the sun.
It had on. Yeah, but we love cinnamon. We do love cinnamon.
But we're also incorporating it into the actual dish. So, I mean, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's
absolutely.
part of the fabric of sago pudding.
Absolutely.
We love that for her. Okay, what else are we adding in
sago,
there?
we actually did soak this for a little bit. I remember the days when you had to soak sago for like a day.
Okay.
Not anymore. It's like quick soak, and then you're good. I'm going to turn this out a little more, so we're going to add the sago to it. This part is very easy, and there's no actual sign. You can't go wrong by just getting everything into the pot at this pot.
Okay.
You're fine.
So can I pass you?
Yes. So what's going to happen now is we're going to start talking about the eggs. So you want the pearls just to you want the pearls to become translucent. That's when you know they're cooking, they cook through. When they get to the point where there's a tiny little dot of white still on the inside of the sago, that's when I go in with the eggs.
Okay.
So what I do is, I got my egg yolks, and we get a little bit of this milky cinnamon mixture, and I'm going to whisk and slowly add this warm milk. And the reason we're whisking and slowly adding the milk is, again, we're adding hot milk to eggs.
Okay.
We don't want to scramble them.
Right.
So we're going to go slowly. And the technique, what we're doing is we're going to be tempering these eggs.
Tempering the eggs?
So when we add this egg mixture to that pot, it's not going to turn into scrambled eggs.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Keep on mixing. So we're bringing the temperature up of the egg yolks, so it's not shocked as soon as we get it into this mixture.
You see, this is why they say it is actually the art of science, because what is happening right now? Tempering eggs?
Tempering eggs.
Tempering eggs.
So this is going to go in. What's going to happen, the eggs are going to start thickening this mixture along with the sago. As the sago cooks, it's going to start thickening as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
and how long are we cooking sago for?
We're going to let this go for about, depends on the sago you get, but the sago today usually is quick cook sago, so it's going to go for about 20 minutes. You'll see it's actually going to be to the point where you've got the tiny little dot in the middle.
Right.
And again, with the egg yolks in there, it's going to be nice and thick. So we're going to fast forward, and you're going to, where do the egg whites come in? So
also, where does this sugar come in that you've left behind?
I normally add it to the eggs as well when I'm adding that hot liquid, but also I'm keeping this out because, again, I like not such a sweet sago pudding.
Okay,
so
we're leaving that.
Once this is beautiful and thick, and it's like, it'll seriously change texture. It'll become thick.
Yeah.
Then you're going to let it cool down slightly, and then we're going to start folding the egg whites through it. And that's going to give us body, that's going to give us texture. And it's funny because you can see a sago pudding that hasn't had the egg whites folded through.
Okay.
Some recipes don't do the egg whites, and that's fine. But the difference is quite a dense, flatter sago pudding versus one that's a little puffier, a little airier, and a little lighter.
And that's what we're kind of going for here?
That's what we're going for. So once it's baked, it comes out. So everything goes into a baking dish, goes into the oven.
Yes.
When it comes out, that's when I like doing that's the little hit.
A touch of cinnamon.
The touch of cinnamon on the top.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but like custard for me is a vibe. Custard with sago, or piping hot sago and ice cold evaporated milk. I don't know where that came from, but it's so good.
You know what? Ewan and I also were chatting earlier, and he loves the hot and cold mixture coming together. It's like a party in your mouth, I guess.
It really is, and your brain loves a combination of like really hot and really cold.
It surprises your brain a little bit.
It surprises your brain. Your brain loves being surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, very important. Also, sorry, cinnamon. Vanilla. Cinnamon on the mind. Okay. So add the vanilla again. We love our desserts. Adding
That's
extra
the
vanilla.
thick vanilla essence.
Use vanilla extract if you want. Use vanilla essence as well, but add the vanilla. It makes a huge difference. Again, If you think about the flavors we're working with, eggs don't really have a flavor.
Yeah.
Sago has 0 flavor.
Okay.
So the cinnamon is coming through. So to add another layer of flavor, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla. And because we're baking...
You got to add the salt. Salt bake comes through.
There we go.
Okay.
So once the egg... before I actually fold through the egg whites, add a little bit of butter for richness.
Yes.
Not important, not vital to the recipe.
But it adds a little something.
The butter adds a little bit of love to
everything's better with butter. We've established this, we know this. Okay, I mean, I low-key want to try it, even though it does have a lot of cinnamon. Let's see what the texture's doing in our mouth.
Go for the side that doesn't have all that cinnamon on.
Can you answer a question while I do this?
Please.
Seeing that you are a great person when it comes to managing disasters in the kitchen, I think I need to put this in something.
You're being so... No, especially we're going to do this. I'll give you the sugar bowl. Imagine I get a whole spoonful of cinnamon. No, there we go. Okay.
Okay, well, listen to this. I, the other day, had to throw away a whole dish, and it smelled insane. It smelled so good because I put the salt in, like with a salt thingy, and then the salt opened, and everything fell out. So what's the solution?
How much?
Lots.
So, like, it was to the point where it tasted like
salt
beyond anything, just salt. In the case like that, unfortunately, when it is so heavily seasoned and it's like deep, unfortunately, there's nothing you could do about that. However, if it's a slight over seasoning and you've just made a dish like taste a little salt, like saltier than what it's supposed to be, there is a fix. If it's a stew, if it's a soup, if it's a curry, add potatoes to it. So you peel your potatoes, cut them in half, keep them nice and big and chunky, and just load them into your pot. Okay. It's going to suck up moisture, but it's also going to suck up all that excess salt.
And then you throw the potatoes out, or you leave them in there?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit too salty to eat.
Okay.
In fact, taste the potatoes first. Sometimes it actually balances out the seasoning in a dish, and you can actually eat the potatoes. Nice. Sometimes they take out most of it. And then it should save your dish.
Oh, I love it. And you're saving so many people's lives right now. We've made some sago. It's absolutely delicious. If you'd like to make it to expressoshow.com, we've got your back when it comes to nice winter warming, delicious recipes. So go ahead and make it this weekend.
You see, baking, it's an adventure.
It has to be.
It has to be an adventure in the kitchen. It really is.
So what about an adventure in real life? Because we have somebody who's a nature boy, an adventurer, and I mean, life is so good. Consistency in coffee is actually even better. And then Raul combined the best of both and, inspired by Jacobs, decided to take a moment to enjoy life in the way. And he went to a beautiful place too.
Have you been there before?
I have.
Yeah? Cool Runnings.
Yes.
Yeah, Africa's first downhill tobogganing track. Let's see what happened with Raul, Nature Boy.
Hey, what is up, adventure lovers? Now, let's be honest, nothing beats exploring in winter, right? Especially when you've got a winter warmer like Jacobs to not only keep you comfy, but yes! but also to inspire you to have fun with life's moments. So we're going to do just that. We're out at Cool Runnings to dive onto these bobsleds and get going for some magic. And you get to come along for the ride. Let's go! Sean, it's really exciting being out here. I can tell you, for a first-timer, I've got a lot of nerves, but hoping to find out more about Cool Runnings and this thing called bobsledding. So where did it all begin? Why did it start? And why do you think people are loving it so much?
It's an Austrian-invented track. It's a 1.25 kilometer track. All families, all ages come out to obviously have a good time. It's on the doorstep of Cape Town. It's roughly 20 kilometers away from the CBD itself. Yeah, we spend a lot of time with our gardening, so obviously we also incorporate nature to it as well.
Oh, I love it, man. Well, I think I'm ready to get my bobsledding on, so I'll see you on the other side. Cheers, bro. Hey, how's it going?
Ben, how's it going? You all right?
Oh, I'm so good, man. So is this the bobsled? Is this thing safe?
Sir. Yes, sir. This is 100% safe. As long as you ride safe, do not ride recklessly, you follow the rules of the marshals, then it's 100% safe, sir.
Okay, it's safe, but how exactly does it work?
You push down the lever, you're going to move forward. If you're going to come to a left bend, you lean your body to the left. A right bend, you lean your body to the right. And you say a 25-meter distance, then you're going to have fun, sir.
All right, so no steering wheels, we just got to lean. For someone that's a first-timer, though, that wants to make the most out of this adventure, what sort of tips do you have for me?
The only tip is, sir, keep your lever down, lean into the corners, and follow the rules of the marshal. first time, you're going to find it a bit tricky, but your second time, you're going to be a professional, sir.
Sounds like fun. I'm ready for it.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Okay, both feet against the footrest, both hands on the lever. We're going to send you on the automatic track. So I'm going to push you onwards, and then it's going to take you up all the way to the hill, and then your lever's going to start working.
Lekker. The sensation of riding a bobsled down the track is just crazy, to say the least. It gives you options because there is a brake, so you can go fast or slow. If you want to make it slow and easy going, you can, and it's really enjoyable. But if you're an adrenaline junkie and you want to push it, you can go so fast down this track. Your adrenaline is pumping, you are raw and exposed. It feels like you're flying down the hill. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of focus required because you've got to lead in the corners, you've got to pay attention, and if need be, pull those brakes if you want to slow down. But oh, what a load of fun. Well, let's be honest, you know how the saying goes, right? When it's cold outside, well, there's no need to worry when you can warm up from the inside. And I think nothing warms me up better than Jacob's delicious and convenient 3-in-1, especially when you're on the go. I think it's always important to exercise balance, and especially after doing something as adrenaline and jam-packed as a bobsledding ride like this, you've got to balance it out with something special. And I did just that by finding a moment out here and cooking up something delicious, and that's my Jacob's 3-in-1. It's giving me notes of roasted coffee beans and a little hint of sweetness coming from the cream and the sugar that's already added. So it's not just convenience we're talking about here, but I think this is an enhanced coffee experience in the great outdoors. Well, what can I say other than life's adventures are truly sweeter with Jacob's coffee in hand. Now, whether you're an adrenaline junkie looking for your next fix or just finding something of comfort that you can cozy up to, it doesn't matter because all of our warmth is going to come from the adventure that we seek.
Ra was in his element there.
You can tell, it's kind of like if you look at the motion of his surfing usually, and you can use that same motion on the toboggan. And that's why he was so successful at it. That's what I believe.
Oh, it's great. It's recharged with a cup of coffee. It looked like it was a bit of a chilly day. So well done, Ryle, my friend. I love the look as well, the cap and the hair and everything. It looks good, man.
You look great, my friend. But that's the thing. Sometimes you need a good old wake-up call, do something different. And I mean, maybe it's not too far away. It's a cup of Jacobs.
Exactly. Maybe. Cheers to your next adventure.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.
Well, speaking about adventures, we're going to continue down that avenue with Danny Vallee as she shares her snack time adventures with us on the other side of this. Not only that, we're going to get into conversation on how you can have a quick, safe and secure way to pay with ABSA. If that tickles your fancy, don't go anywhere.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here on S3. And on the show just yesterday, we saw our chomi, Zanele, and she spoke to ABSA's Chief Fraud and Analytics Officer about ways to safeguard your finances from online scamsters, and they're all over the place. And, of course, we had to just take a closer look for ourselves as well.
Absolutely. Well, ABSA has now launched an incredible new secure payment solution to protect consumers against just that.
Have you guys been targeted or scammed?
Yeah, they tried.
And then you go onto your online banking and you see, like, there's amount of money that's taken off your credit card account or something. I've had a massive shock. I literally had somebody spend 100K on my credit card account, and it was flights, all kinds of different things.
You had 100K
just because I wanted to buy.
I didn't want to ask Carissa. That's exactly what I was going to ask.
You had 100K in your bank.
No, it's on my credit card. It's not even mine.
But look at what that's when your overdraft does an overdraft.
It's
that's
hectic.
like, my word.
Anyway, so we've all fell into that trap.
We fooled, yeah.
But now we are safe, because with ABSA Pay, online payments are now safer and faster, and customers no longer need to input all of their card details and passwords when paying for purchases on a merchant website, because now you are only required to simply type in your account number, and the merchant and the website and the bank will now connect, and they will talk to each other.
Ooh,
yeah, so they'll make sure that it's secure.
Yeah, 2024, we're in the future, baby.
And that's why it's so important. And I mean, the scam, it's happened to so many of us, as you heard. It's happened to me as well. And, you know, the customer will also just be prompted to authenticate the transaction in the ABSA banking app, and that's been happening with all online purchases for me as well. And as an added layer of security, this is very, very important. So you have to have your device with you. So if you are going to make purchases, I think it's the most important thing to do is to have at least a two-factor verification process, and that's what this is.
Absolutely. The nice thing is that it's quicker because there's less info to enter and no slow login process, you know. It's also safer because you have to approve your purchase on your banking app, and most importantly, it's smarter because no one except you will ever know your credentials.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Just like that. And now online shopping has never been, I mean, this smooth. It really is now. So now if you do see something that you like on Instagram or Facebook, you can purchase it securely. And if you want more info on how this all works, you can just visit their website, absa.co.za. You can find all the details there. But I think it's a smart move and a great move and a safe move.
Absolutely.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Right, 8 o'clock, or just about to go 8 o'clock, and let's quickly take a last look at your news headlines on this Wednesday. Starting with national news, police in the northwest are investigating the death of a 43-year-old male tourist who was killed by an elephant at the Pilanesberg Game Reserve in Rustenburg on Sunday. Now, Northwest Parks and Tourism Board says the tourist from Spain and 3 other people, all from Boksburg, were traveling in a vehicle when they came across a breeding herd of elephants. The man allegedly got out of the vehicle and approached the elephants on foot to take pictures. An elephant then charged at the man and trampled him to death. Eskom has resumed load shedding, or rather load reduction, in 7 provinces, but insists it's not implementing load shedding. Now, this means Eskom has sufficient generation capacity to meet demand, but does not have to resort to load shedding. However, as customers' demand is higher than what the equipment in particular areas can withstand, load reduction is implemented to prevent transformers and substations from being damaged and potentially exploding. Provinces affected are Limpopo, Western and Eastern Cape, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, KwaZulu-Natal and Northwest. Now, overloading has resurfaced with the onset of winter. Making international news headlines, Liberia's President Joseph Boakai will cut his salary by 40%, a move he says is aimed at setting a precedent for responsible governance in the West African country battling poverty and corruption. Boakai was sworn in for a 6-year term in January and has pledged to improve living conditions for Liberians, tackle widespread corruption and uphold the rule of law. Liberia is one of the poorest countries in the world, where more than half of the population lives in poverty, according to a 2023 World Bank report. And a court in Moscow has issued an arrest warrant for the widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny on charges of extremism. The charges brought against Yulia Navalnaya, who lives outside Russia, are to do with her alleged participation in an extremist society. Navalny was Russia's most significant opposition leader of the past decade. He died in February in an Arctic Circle jail. Now, Russian authorities said he died of natural causes, but his widow said Navalny had been tortured, starved, cut off and killed by Russia's President Vladimir Putin. And we'll end off on a lighter note. We have good news for jazz lovers this morning. To honor its 25 milestone years, the 2024 Joy of Jazz Festival has announced it will feature 50 top-rated musicians from more than 10 countries. Now, this premier jazz festival will be held over 2 nights on September the 27th and 28th at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg. And the 50 top-class acts include Grammy winner Chris Botti, English trumpeter Matthew Halsall, Mzansi's Faya Faku, US pianist Kenny Banks Jr., 7-time Grammy winner Cuban artist Chucho Valdez, Japanese keyboardist Keiko Matsui, and SA opera musician Sibongela Mngoma. Now, producer Mantwa Chinomadi expressed that the milestone of the Joy of Jazz Festival turning 25 is both heartening and energizing. Definitely something I think we should all put into our calendars and keep an eye out for. That's your news headlines for your Wednesday morning. Let's quickly take a last look now at your sports.
Thanks a lot, Ewan. Let's take a look at the sporting action starting in the Euros, and this is crazy. Everybody was reflecting on what they were doing when they were 16 years old. Some people were scoring in the Euros. Lamine Yamal became Euro 2024's youngest goal scorer as Spain came from behind to beat France 2-1 in Munich, securing a spot in the final. Randall Kolo Muane's 9th-minute header gave France an early lead, but Spain responded with 2 goals in just 4 minutes. Yamal equalized with a stunning long-range strike that you'll see again and again today. And then it was Dani Olmo who scored the winner with a deflected shot. Spain will face either the Netherlands or England in Saturday's final. That'll be in Berlin. Now on to rugby action. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has named the most experienced team in Springbok history for the second test against Ireland at Kings Park in Durban on Saturday. He retained the same 23-man squad that secured a 27-20 victory in the opening match. And the starting 15 boasts a record 990 combined test caps, surpassing the 987 caps from the 2023 Rugby World Cup final team. Additionally, Damon Delendi and Jesse Creel will set a new record as South Africa's most capped centre pairing, combining in the midfield for the 30th time in tests. On to cricket. Indian seamer Pooja Vastraka took 4 for 13 to bowl out the Proteas women for a meagre 84, with openers Sumitri Mandana, who scored 54, and Shafali Verma with 27, leading India to a decisive 10-wicket win in the 3rd Women's T20 International in Chennai, levelling the series 1-1. India previously swept the ODI series 3-0 and won the one-off test as well. And wrapping with Wimbledon action, Daniel Medvedev defeated world number 1 Jannik Sinner in a 5-set thriller to secure his 2nd consecutive Wimbledon semi-final spot. Medvedev overcame Sinner 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 2-6 and 6-3, avenging his loss in the Australian Open final in January. Meanwhile, Carlos Alcaraz won the battle of the 2 most recent Queen's Club champions as the Spaniard edged closer to winning a successive Wimbledon title with an enthralling 5-7, 6-4, 6-2 and 6-2 quarterfinal victory that is over American Tommy Paul. And Carlos takes on Daniel in a blockbuster match this Friday for a spot in the finals. That's it for your Sport and Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's get you to work. Here's traffic with Carissa.
Thank you so much, Colicious. Let's see what's happening on your roads. In Benoni out in Gauteng, there has been an accident on the N12 westbound after a ramp from Atlas Road. Now, the right lane is closed, so do approach the affected area with caution and plan your route accordingly. We head over to Mowbray in Cape Town, where there is congestion on the N2 inbound at Mowbray Main Road. Now, delays are expected. Please do exercise caution while driving. And that's where we wrap up your roads for this morning. Let's have a final look at your weather. The The South African Weather Service has issued severe weather alerts for today. Damaging winds are expected in the western and central interior of the Eastern Cape, southern parts of the Northern Cape, central Karoo, Cape Winelands, Overberg and western parts of the Garden Route. Now, along the coast from Lambert's Bay to Mossel Bay, damaging winds are anticipated. In the Western Cape, disruptive rain could lead to flooding and mudslides in the city of Cape Town, Drakenstein and Stellenbosch municipalities. Additional warnings include damaging waves from Table Bay to Stadesby and disruptive rain across the West Coast, Northern Cape Winelands and Western Overberg districts. Now, the Weather Service has also warned of level 8 disruptive rain for Thursday over Cape Town, Drakenstein and Stellenbosch areas. Now, for a detailed forecast, please go ahead and visit www.weathersa.co.za. And we cannot close up your weather without giving you that final sunrise view of the hour. And this one is sent from Hazel out in Boksburg. A little bit different to our 7 o'clock, but I love it just the same. Hazel, well done on that beautiful sunrise coming through the trees so beautifully. Have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for sharing your morning views with us. If you'd like to continue doing so, we encourage that behavior on 063 408 8863. But now let's have a look at your temperatures for today.
There we have it, a last look at your weather going into your Wednesday. It looks lekker, man.
It does look lekker. You know what else is lekker? All right, is when you have a talent like Danny Vallee. Right, so I'm doing a new hand gesture, Danny Vallee. All right, because there's snack time and adventure time, and Danny will definitely visit a few other places with us in the next couple of seconds.
Fantastic.
I'm holding this as well.
Would you care to do some hand gestures while I tell you about what we're doing in the kitchen? So Chef Clem is going to be joining us in the kitchen for a beautiful, hearty oxtail stew recipe paired with mash and other ingredients as well. It's going to be amazing. One for the books. For sure. The books. One for the books. The books for sure.
The books. Where's the books?
The books for sure.
There was a book somewhere.
Books, bro.
Books. Sorry, there was a book there.
Not actual books. Hand gestures, my friend. We'll see you after the break.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Well, if you've just joined us, good morning to you and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. Now, today we are sitting down with one of the Cadbury Memory Campaign winners, Michelle Holloway. Now, she was one of Cadbury's lucky winners selected to win 5,000 Rand because of their unique Cadbury memories. And she and all the others each sent in a voice note detailing their unique and memorable Cadbury experiences. And today we are getting to meet Michelle.
My dad's favorite flavor, Cadbury chocolate, was rum and raisin. My mom's is fruit and nut. Mine, it's top deck and whole nut. My husband also likes rum and raisin, and my daughter is absolutely the top deck mint. After my dad passed away in 2013, I had my daughter in 2015. Ek het die tradisie van my pa af oorgedra na my dogter toe, vanaf sy 4 jaar oud was. Ons doen elke Vrydag gaan ons winkel toe en ons koop elkeen ons gunsteling sjokolade van Cadbury's en ons kom huis toe en ons gesels oor hoe ons week was en dinge wat ons pla as 'n familie en dan spandeer ons tyd saam en ons deel met mekaar.
Michelle, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's such a pleasure and congratulations as being one of the winners. But let's chat about the Cadbury Memory Campaign quickly, Michelle. First and foremost, how did you hear about this campaign and what prompted you to enter?
I've actually loved Cadbury's my entire life since I can remember. And I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw this competition on one of the radio stations that I follow. And I just thought that I should definitely enter, as I really have a very fond memory of my dad and us as a family with Cadbury's. And I thought, no, this is definitely my chance that I have to enter.
Well, it definitely must have been a special memory. What was that memory for you?
My memory was, my dad, he used to work a lot, so we did not really see him much during the week. But on a Friday, he always made time for us 3 daughters and my mom, and we would go to the shop and we would get to choose our favorite Cadbury chocolate, and we would come home, sit, have dinner as a family, and then afterwards we would get to enjoy our favorite Cadbury chocolates, the one that we chose, and just have a chat about how our week was. And this memory is very fond to me because after my dad passed away, I actually made it a tradition with my daughter as well. So now she gets to enjoy the memory and Cadbury chocolate with me.
Michelle, again, thank you very much for sharing such a beautiful memory and being one of the winners of 5,000 Rand in the Cadbury Memory Campaign. But your real prize, Michelle, is not 5,000 Rand. It is 10,000 Rand that you've won. Did I make your heart stop for a second?
Yes, you did. This is really very unexpected. Thank you so much.
No, it's only a pleasure. Again, your memory made you a winner, and as beautiful as those type of memories that we treasure for many, many years for the rest of our life. And I hope you make the same memories with your beautiful daughter and enjoy that birthday party. Now you can really go out and spoil her.
Definitely, yes. That's a definitely yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Michelle Holloway, one of the Cadbury Memory Campaign winners, and a big thank you to Cadbury and the Cadbury Memory Campaign for really allowing us to share those beautiful memories. And you can see how much that means to those sending in those voice notes.
Money. Congratulations to that winner. That's fantastic. You know who else could be a winner? You.
You. Not you and you. Okay, so the 62 million Rand estimated Lotto jackpot could make your Wednesday night unforgettable. What are you waiting for? It's always the question I gotta ask you. You gotta play Lotto for an estimated 62 million Rand jackpot today, and you could become, listen to this, a multi-millionaire.
Oh, not a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, but you need to know where to buy your tickets. And you can walk in your local store and say hello and be a winner. You can also go onto the website, nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Oh, I love that. Well, all these details are, of course, on our Expresso social media pages. So do go ahead and check them out and make sure that you get yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto for an estimated 62 million Rand jackpot today. You got to play now, of course. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Be for real.
You have to play now. Now, we also have something for you. Now, once you've won what you need to win, you need to hire Chef Clem to make you an oxtail and mash dinner dish. It's fantastic. We got the recipe for you in the next couple. And I mean, look at that. You see what I'm talking about? start with all of that coriander on top there, looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's looking like a dress, a matric dance night. Anyway, there it is for you. So the recipe's coming your way.
Are you a coriander eater?
I am.
Me too.
I love coriander.
Some people can't even eat it.
It tastes like bugs to some people, or like a soap. It's very strange. It's a genetic thing.
Oh.
But it's fine. It's going to be lovely.
Soap. Oh, I'm so sorry, because Dania is honestly the best. I'll tell you who is also the best. Her name is Danny Vallee, and she's going to come through once again, of course, sharing her snack time adventures with us. We can't wait to dive into that. You are invited too, so don't go anywhere. Come back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We missed you so much. We got coffee and rusks and everything, and now we just want to ask you a couple of things in a Feel Good Breakfast show. This week, we asked you about your favorite holiday destinations in Mzansi and those special moments when we can really, truly relax and enjoy a delicious Omar rusk when it's in hand and you have it here and you're dunking it. It's the best feeling ever. And so this is why we had to ask you about the holiday spots. And more importantly, we asked Danny Vallee to come and enjoy a rusk with us and chat a bit more about an incredible, not only a performance that you'll see later, but also about some of your amazing holiday experiences. And also with a nice Omar rusk snack time, which is important. So talk to me about, SA destinations from your side, which are like the best.
Yes.
Except Fairboom.
I want to go to Fairboom.
I also want to go to Fairboom.
Actually, you guys should really go, because not a lot of people know where it is.
So for those people who just tuned in, where is Fairboom
It's
exactly?
between Villiersdorp and Grabouw, the Elgin apple area.
But
this is the
you
fig-
told me
the
is a
fig
But
region.
there's not actually figs, no.
Really? It doesn't-
No, it's apples and pears. That's what we have.
So they decided to confuse people with Fairboom.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Go for the figs.
Let's
get
go
the
for the
apples.
figs and get the apples.
How you like these apples? Well, listen, tell us more about your holiday destinations.
Yes.
Is it in that part? Do you explore further?
No, I go a bit further. I love I think it's a cliche, but I love the garden routes.
Yes.
Wilderness,
Beautiful.
amazing. It's such a creative little space for me as well. I love going to, I love talking to people, meeting people, getting to know their stories and stuff. And I think wilderness has a lot of that. So I love traveling there, but I also went to the Transkei recently, which I think not a lot of people, that Coffee Bay, you think it's very commercialized, but actually it's so rural and shows you all the beautiful parts of our country, like especially the Transkei area, and I love that as well, because you can just kind of leave your phone, just read a book, go hike, be out in nature, whatever.
When was the last time you just read a book?
I don't know, but speaking about coffee, Bay.
Yes.
Rusks go with coffee,
Definitely.
which we have here. And everyone has some sort of a memory around having a rusk or enjoying a rusk, with beautiful scenery. Do you have any of those? Because you immediately sat down and says, it smells like my Oma.
It really does. Like I told you guys, what is that smell? But it does smell like my Oma.
Yeah.
But the fondest memory that I have, I think, is when you're on a road trip with your family or friends and you have your coffee, your Stanley coffee flask or whatever. It doesn't have to be Stanley.
Yeah.
Your coffee
it can be a coffee flask.
You have your snacks packed in, your bakkie or whatever, your travel car, and you stop alongside the road and you pour a bit of coffee out of the flask and you have an Oma rusk. That is my memory if I think of having a rusk.
I always associate rusk memories with cold weather for some reason, right?
100%.
It's just the most beautiful thing, especially if you're on a road trip to the garden route, because it's beautiful to stop off and it's maybe chilly in the morning early because you had a good early start to your road trip. And then you stop off with your friends or your family and you just dipping and have a little rusk and a chat and enjoying the scenery. It really is one of the most beautiful places, I feel, in our country.
We're so spoiled, honestly. It's like right on our doorstep, and I need to make a concerted effort to actually get out a little bit more. Danny, can I ask you, for somebody that might want to put this down during festive, December's around the corner, and go along the garden route or even the Transkei for a holiday, what sort of tips do you have for local travelling?
So I think it's definitely important to travel to the different landscapes of our country, you know, because you get Karoo, that's if you have the time, but Karoo, the winelands, the Boland, the Transkei.
The Tankwa.
Tankwa, yes, that's also a different kind of, you know,
energy.
So, I think the first thing I would say, tip, is just always have toilet paper in your car.
That's a good one.
That is the best that we've heard so far.
Ever.
So, but other than that, I would say try to experience all the different landscapes where you can and go to the small, don't go to all, obviously do the touristy places, but chat to the local people, ask them what do you know that I don't.
Because local is lekker.
Yeah, exactly. Go to Feyerboom and say, where the figs?
Where the figs? Why aren't there any figs? Just apples and pears.
Oh man, this is good.
Danny. Well, I heard that you're going to perform another little licky for us.
I am too.
Oh, I'm very excited for that. Not only is she a travel bae, she's also a singer-songwriter. We got spoiled a little bit earlier, but of course we're going to hear more from the beautiful Danny Vallee.
In fact, you can go now if you want to.
Yes, you guys just told me again.
Yeah, you can.
Take a rusk with you.
I'll take my coffee and I'll just
take it.
now.
Like,
if you want to, yeah, of course.
Okay, let me go.
No.
There we go. Did you hold rusk for it?
I did, because I wanted to say something, but you guys took I'm the only one eating my rusk, and I'm going to be that guy now.
Do it, okay? You go and do that, and while you do that, please remember, you do stand the chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash.
You don't want this happening.
An incredible hamper of rusks that do not fall into your coffee like that. I'm just kidding. That's up to you. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us where in South Africa is your favorite holiday destination to relax with Oma rusks. And don't forget to visit Feyerboom. Don't forget to also add hashtag Oma Dipping Delicious. Competition closes Friday, 12 July. Check out expressoshow.com for all the terms and conditions.
Now, eat your rusk, please. Don't be like me.
Oma Rusks, the ultimate snack time treat. Dipping delicious, tasty, filling, satisfying.
Hey guys, it's me Danny again, and this next song is 'n Afrikaanse enetjie vir julle, een van my eie liedjies, en sy naam is Alles.
Ek wag jare vir die regte dag, ons is saam gehuil en saam gelag oor alles, ja alles. Ek was nog nooit so seker oor myself soos nou, ons het uiteindelik iets gevind om aan vas te klou. Ek wil veilig by jou, my lewe het heeltemal omgedraai. Tussen wind en weer skik jou elke keer, jy weet jy is altyd naby my. Ek voel jou skadu weer by my, kan jy sien, kan jy hoor, dat ons is anders, 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 anders. En ek weet, dat jy weet, dat ons is anders, 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 anders. hart se kamers dit werk oor tyd ons albei weet. Dit is bloed en sweet. As ons dans in die aand onder die sterre, dan gaan jy met draai en draai, dan voel ek soos die mooiste een. Ons is die son en drieën. My lewe het heeltemal omgedraai. Dis in wind en weer skik jou elke keer. Jy weet jy is altyd naby my. Ek voel skadu weer by my. Kan jy sien? Kan jy hoor? Dat ons is anders, 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 anders. En ek weet dat jy weet dat ons is anders, 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 alles. My lewe het heeltemal omgedraai. Tussen wind en weer skik ek jou elke keer. Jy weet jy is altyd naby my. Ek voel jou skadu weer by my. Kan jy sien? Kan jy hoor? Dat ons is anders, 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 anders. En ek weet dat jy weet ons is alles, 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 alles.
Baie mooi, Danny Vallee, levendig, rechtstreeks hier in die atelier langs chef Clem staan ek nou.
Wow, I love it. No subtitles needed. I got it.
You got it. You got it. That was beautiful. Thank you very much, Danny. We're going to take a quick break to recharge ourselves, and when we come back, Chef Clem dishes out a menu. That's it.
What's
a whole menu. A breedie. Is it a breedie?
Wanneer ons terugkom, maak ons 'n oxstert breedie.
Beestert breedie.
Beestert breedie.
Dat klinkt, dat treft mensen. But really, oxtail stew is on the menu, paired with mash, and we can also showcase some beautiful new cookware as well. Enamel. Oh, we love it. We love it. And beautiful colors and that as well. We're going to tell you why it is such a fantastic product to use in the kitchen. And then we're also going to tell you furthermore how to win $10,000 with Plascon. It's going to be amazing. So there's still time left on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to pack as much as we can in there. Bly net vir jou, ons sien jou na die breek.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're feeling so good on this beautiful Wednesday morning because the weekend is almost here. Not only that, but we definitely have been just cooped up indoors, and I think we need a solution to that, and it's called DIY, or redecorating your home. If you're stuck within four walls and you look around, you go, I would change that. I would also change something over there. My walls are looking dull. There are also so many gorgeous colors that I could try.
Okay, so many. Let's kind of go through them. So we've got a few colors, like, let's just say berry good.
Oh, cute.
Lovely one. A grey archo, nice. Terra Nova, hello.
Lovely.
Green fog, get in there. Fuchsia Fizz is another one that you can check out as well. Look, that's green fog in the screen now. There's Fuchsia Fizz, hello, baby.
Her.
And then Cashmere, that's it. Cashmere outside, how about that? Anyway, that's just a drop in the array of colors to choose from. And in terms of just the shade, you saw them?
Yeah.
What's your fave so far?
Well, listen, the fuchsia one almost has my heart, but I'm also thinking home. And in my home, green brings peace.
Yes.
So I really like that one, the green fog. Like, that one really ticks off my box. How about you? Grey?
Grey archer,
You're going straight grey?
I love the grey.
Yeah.
I think there's something about it. Because I think on grey, color looks great. Like plants, house plants are great on grey. Woods as well look very good on grey. So that's why I would pick grey.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, are you a handy hero at home looking for your next project? Well, this is your chance to get started by entering to win. Listen, it's a lot of money, okay? 10,000 Rand in cash each and every week from Plascon South Africa, as well as courtesy of Expresso.
Now, this is how you do it. Buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with it on Expresso social media pages with the hashtag PlasconSA, and then make sure you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram, and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, well, listen, this competition does close quite soon, the 9th of August. That's almost in a month's time from now at midday, so make sure that you enter now. But remember to keep your receipt for proof of purchase. Now, T's and C's can, of course, be found on expressoshow.com. Very excited for you to win that money, so get to shopping.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Micatex, strong enough to endure anything.
Thank you very much, team. We are gearing up for a mouth-watering recipe right now, and I feel that this speaks to what I've been saying in my own life, because I keep saying, you should make this, you should make this. And then now, this is the third time it crosses paths with me, which is amazing. So I'll tell you in a bit, but first and foremost, I want to tell you...
That's deep. I'm so
No, wait,
so
no, you...
Whoa.
Just wait for a second, Chef Clem. I want you to level up your comfort food cooking skills. And I want you to do that with cast iron cookware. It's ideal for slow cooking and great for thick cut meats, like you'll see today as well. The enamel coat on it ensures that each dish is mouth-wateringly perfect. And did we mention that this cookware also even comes, it's open fire safe and oven safe as well. And Chef Clem, he's here to show us how it's done, because we've got the cast iron beautiful pots here. No, what I was saying, my friend, when it comes to, we're making oxtail stew. Okay, and I keep saying, and I mean, we're halfway through the year already, and this is the third time that I'm having oxtail now, but I keep saying I must make it, I must make it, I must make it, I must make it, and this is another sign for me to make it.
And I feel like it's the one dish that, like...
Oh, I love it.
It doesn't take that much effort.
It doesn't.
It takes time.
Yeah.
But not like, it's easy. Get it into the pot and you win it.
Because there's so much you can do whilst this is going. You know what I'm saying?
Like
chilling.
Chilling.
Watching your favorite show, mowing the lawn.
Painting.
Learning
a new language.
Crocheting.
Why
not that I do that.
Yes.
But I don't know how to do it.
Do it. Make the oxtail and make it in this beautiful cast iron cookware.
So cast iron. Okay, so let's first and foremost talk why cast iron. Why is this good? I mentioned for thick cut meats. Okay, we're swapping.
Why not?
Because look how beautiful Chef Clem looks next to it. Stop it. He's giving the eyebrows. He's doing it. But seriously, why is it such a good utensil or tool in the kitchen?
So as someone who cooks professionally, you develop this obsession with cookware. And more than any other type of cookware, cast iron stands out for me. And the biggest thing is its versatility. The fact that you can use it on a gas stove, you can use it on the old school, like normal heating plates, on induction, directly on the fire. There's so many times when I'm gonna make a potjie, and then I'm gonna be honest with you, there's maintenance that happens with a potjie pot. You've got to make sure that it's oiled at the end and it's cleaned properly. I haven't used a potjie pot this year. I've used my cast iron pot directly just on the braai grid to make a potjie. And it works. And the reason is because of its weight and the cast iron, number one. Number two, for me, is its heavy lid. And the little dimples on the inside are not just for show. It actually helps the water and moisture like circulate back into the food.
Yeah.
And being a heavy lid, when you put the lid on, you're creating a lot more pressure than you would with a normal lid. So you're cooking with a little more pressure, so food actually cooks a little quicker as well. When it comes to conducting heat,
it's more even heat distribution.
And it holds onto that heat really, really well. I love it, and again, the fashion statement.
Yeah.
The colors are amazing.
It's a range of colors. I mean, we're focusing on the red and the green this morning, but we also have a white one and a blue one.
And there's white, yes, like you said. And you can play around with the colors, and it's, that for me is a problem. Because my wife then wants to have a color aesthetic change in the kitchen every 6 months, which is actually great. There we go. So we're swapping colors out at the moment constantly at home, which I do like because you can change it with the season as well. And the pots, they last a lifetime.
Well,
you got to look after them, and they will last a lifetime.
I mean, you know,
I didn't think about that.
I'm just saying, my friend.
Wonderful time.
You're
getting Christmas vibes. I'm feeling the Christmas vibes. I'm feeling the Christmas vibes. And again, another thing about a cast iron is the fact. Sorry, that's hurting my eyes.
Okay.
Here we go. So another thing about cast iron that I love is it's so. I can't say on trend because it's been around for like your great granny had it.
Yes.
But it's the one cookware that you can serve directly on the table. Everybody's like, wow, because it's such a beautiful piece on its own.
Absolutely.
So I do. I love cast iron, 100%.
Okay, now, we need to focus also on the recipe.
Right, exactly.
So what's happening?
We're going to preheat our pot. I don't think we ever talk about this. When we say in a recipe, heat your oil over a medium heat, you want that oil to come to temperature first before you add the next ingredient. And again, we spoke about the heat distribution and how well cast iron does that. So we're going to get that all up to temperature. We've added some onion to it. We're going to cook that nice and soft. My rule, I was taught, whenever you add onion to a pot, you got to add bay leaves.
Oh.
What's bay leaves in Afrikaans? I'm learning Afrikaans like a lot. Okay?
You've stumped me there. I don't know.
Let us know. Let us know.
What is a bay leaf? A bay blaar? Ek weet nie.
A bay blaar.
No, ek weet nie. Yeah, ek weet
okay.
regtig.
Curry leaves going in.
Okay.
So it's not gonna. This is not gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just gonna have a little.
It's gonna be spiced.
A little twangy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be spiced. It's gonna have the aroma of something that would be a lot spicier, but it's not. So curry leaves are going in there. That's gonna give us a beautiful like curry aroma. Okay. To that, allspice berries.
Yes.
Someone asked what spices are in allspice. Allspice is not a combination
of spices. It's not all of the spices combined.
It's one spice. It's one berry that just happens to have a lot of like nuances. So you can kind of say it's allspice. So we're going to go in with those. Those are going in there for about 4 of those.
You don't need a lot of those.
You don't need a lot of those.
Yeah, because they are quite potent. Yeah.
A little, and don't bite into it.
Yeah.
Your whole day will change, honestly. Okay, so garlic going in. I love these pots. I honestly cannot stand...
Yolanda op WhatsApp says, wat is goed? Blaurierblare.
Blaurierblare.
Is it there?
I love it. Afrikaans is such a beautiful... Blaurierblare. No, like, it's amazing.
Ja, maar die R so mooi rol.
What? Amazing.
Blaurierblare.
Turmeric going in.
Yeah.
I love turmeric. That's going to give us a bit of color and a little bit of flavor. We're going in with ginger as well.
Love it.
And then a little bit of heat. I'm telling you.
Ooh, I can smell that.
This amount of heat is not going to hurt anyone.
No,
it's not
because it's going to kind of infuse into the entire pot because you've got a lot that still goes in there.
Exactly. Really. Okay, so we're going to mix it up. And like you said, instantly it smells amazing. Instantly your neighbors are jealous, okay?
Cool.
So, talk to me. I'm not going to add the red chili.
Because there's a lot in there. You've obviously just browned and sealed the oxtail before you did that.
Yes. So what I did was I floured the oxtail.
Yes.
And the flour had a lot of salt and pepper, quite a generous amount of salt and pepper.
Yeah.
I shake all the excess flour off and then I brown it. So what happens now is that extra crumb that's sitting on the oxtail is actually going to help the stew thicken up. Okay, so talking about that, let's actually get tomato paste in.
Let's do it.
Another reason I use turmeric is because I want you to see how the pot's turned yellow.
Yellow, yes.
I've worked with turmeric and curries. This is my curry pot at home, right?
Yeah.
And obviously the enamel's light on the inside. I've never met an enamel pot that is so easy to clean.
I wanted to ask you about the cleaning process. Yeah. Is it really like just give it a good wipe and a wash and there we go?
I do it by hand. And I would like to give you a disaster situation where I struggled. I've not struggled.
Really?
So if it is something that's really baked in, I add a little bit of water to it, put the lid on, let it just steam, and that steam helps loosen everything that's in the inside.
Righto.
If it does get the severe case, a little bit of baking powder and then make a little paste.
Yeah.
And then it comes right out. The baking powder also like takes whatever colors
I like
left
the
in there
baking
now.
powder tip,
Yeah. Super quick, super simple as well. Tomato paste goes in, and actually I would add more tomato paste.
Do you need to add a bit of sugar when you use tomato paste?
I do. And that's because as South Africans, we like our breedies, especially our tomato breedies, with a little bit of sweetness in it.
Yeah, but it's just also to offset the acidity.
The acidity, absolutely. So mix that through. Once the color of the oil changes from this beautiful, like, beautiful yellow to like a more of a Albany, what color is Albany? Albany, with that tomato paste, that's when we're going to go in with our brown oxtail. Give it all a mix, and we're going to really like properly mix it so the oxtail is covered in all of that beautiful flavor.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some water. You can add stock.
Yeah.
But there's enough beefy flavor coming out the oxtail already.
Exactly.
And you're going to let that go. You're going to let it go, Ewan.
Okay, now that I don't want to let it go just yet. But the trick now is because you want oxtail needs to literally like fall off the bone.
And if it doesn't fall off the bone, it's not an oxtail.
It's not,
dish.
no, because you don't want to sit there like chewing, you know what I'm saying?
No.
You want to just, it must melt in your mouth. How do you get that right? And of course, I know that the cast iron will play a big part in that cooking process.
Yeah. And you can do it stovetop, just turn the heat all the way down.
Yeah.
What I prefer to do is pop it in the oven. Now, not everybody has an oven, and I understand, and that's again why cast iron's so great to do the whole thing on stovetop. What I will let you do now is I'd put it in the oven, set a timer for 4 hours, and do whatever I need to do. When the alarm goes off, I know it's done. In fact, what I do when that 4 hours is done, I just turn off the oven and leave it until I know it's time to serve for dinner. It falls
It will
off the
still
bone.
continue,
It'll still continue falling, cooking, like you said. The one thing it'll fall. One thing about oxtail is even when you overcook it, it's still going to hold itself to the bone.
That's it.
So it's fine. It's okay. And again, with this type of stew, you're making it today. Tomorrow, my friend,
be even better.
It is going to be banging. So again, cast iron, absolutely love it for its versatility and the way we can use it. And it's a beautiful appearance. I feel like it's a winter essential, but in saying that, it's an everyday essential.
It's an everyday essential. Talk to me about mash.
Right, mash. Okay, cool. So very quick. We spent 4 hours busy with our oxtail. We're not busy, but our oxtail's taken 4 hours.
Look, it's got a dollop of butter in there.
Oh, yes, it does have a dollop of butter. In fact, I think there's one in the microwave. There we go. So I don't want you to spend all your time still making a mash. So go to Woolies, go and get the ready-made mash. Super quick, and it's amazing with that butter on the inside. Okay. All you're going to do now is... Where's our done one? Oh, there's our done one.
There's the done one. How did you not see that?
How did I not?
How did you miss that?
Okay, cool. So we're going to just mix that butter through, get it nice and smooth.
Oh, look at that.
And you can add extra butter. I do.
Yeah, but there's
garlic butter.
plenty in there, actually. It's quite nice.
There we go. Boom. Do you want to do the honors of skipping out of that one for us?
Right. Let's get a nice little... Oh, look at that.
And this one did go. It was actually cooked yesterday, and it did go for 4 hours. Yes, like, oh, the potatoes. Let me tell you about the potatoes. I didn't add it now. So the potatoes are actually added to this one. I don't normally serve potatoes with two starches in a dish. If I do potatoes, I won't do rice. But I was like, hey, I've got potato mashed already. Let's just put the potatoes in so I can talk about it. These are not normal potatoes. These are the up-to-date potatoes from Woolworths. It's in a black and yellow bag called up-to-date potatoes. And if you cook stews and curries, you'll probably know about it already. These potatoes suck up all that juice, all that flavor. These are the potatoes to use for soup, stews, and curries. Stews and curries.
Look,
you're winning.
Yeah, this looks unbelievable. Thank you for breakfast.
Oh, you're
really
welcome.
Appreciate it. You finished that off. If you want to get your hands on this recipe, you can visit our website, expressoshow.com. But I mean, honestly, from prep to plate, you can find your ultimate kitchen cookware at Woolworths. You can shop cast iron and more in-store, online, and on the app, and use it just like we did this morning, because Chef Clem, you work wonders, my friend. Thank you very, very much for inspiring me yet again for the third time in the past couple of months to make oxtail.
Go make oxtail.
Go make oxtail. Recipe on our website, expressoshow.com.
All I'm saying is that I'm beefing with you and Clem, because why didn't you invite us into the kitchen to taste that goodness? All we did was smell it, and we're like, come on, Danny also wants to eat this morning. Well, we are definitely going to enjoy the works of her hand because she's going to perform. Still one more song played by you comes up in just a bit, so stay here for that.
All right, let her cook. It's happening. See what I did there? It's beautiful.
I like that one.
Stay there.
Bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder, and you could win your own KitchenAid stand mixer. Be a part of the Tastemaster competition action by watching the show and baking a creative interpretation of the week's theme using Royal Baking Powder. Then upload it to socials by replying to the competition post, including hashtag the Tastemaster SA and hashtag Bake More Memories. Don't miss the Tastemaster SA every Tuesday evening at 7, repeat Wednesday at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. We have a couple of minutes left with you, but hear this. The 62 million rand estimated Lotto jackpot could make your Wednesday night unforgettable. And we're asking you, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and play Lotto for an estimated 62 million rand jackpot today, and you could become a multi-millionaire.
That's a lot of money. Well, listen, if you're wanting to get your hands on some of that, you can buy your tickets today in store, or you can head over to nationallottery.co.za. There's also the mobile app, and there's telephone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Information overload. Don't worry, all the details are on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out and make sure to get yourself in the running to win by playing Lotto for an estimated 62 million rand jackpot today. So do play now as we, in unison, introduce this artist. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it. Ready.
So stand by for Danny Vallee.
Hey guys, it's me again, and this next song I'm going to play is an old school song, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's men on the dance floor, but you better not steal the groove. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know about your guy. And so and so and so and so and so and so and so, you'll have to pray. If you think you'll get away, I will prove you wrong. Just stay another day, boy, just come along. You'll hear me when I say it's murder on the dance floor, but you better not steal the groove. You better not steal the moves, DJ. Gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. There may be others, so and so and so. You'll have to pay. If you think you'll get away, I will prove you wrong. Just say another day, boy, you just come along. You see me when I say it's not on the dance floor, but you've been out steal the groove. Hey, it's been on the dance floor, but you've been out steal the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, oh, oh. If you think you'll get away, I will prove you wrong. Just see another day, boy, you just come along. You'll hear me when I say it's been on the dance floor. You've been out till the groove. Oh, it's been on the dance floor, but you've been out till the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. It's been on the dance floor, on the dance floor. You've been out till the groove. Hey, it's been on the dance floor, but you've been out till the moves. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna do one more song for you guys. This is Ruled by You that we spoke about recently. If you guys like it, go find it on Spotify, iTunes, all the digital platforms. Go stream it and let me know what you think.
I'm caught up in a fantasy world. I thought that I was just an normal girl, but then you caught my attention. You got it good. I thought that I was just misunderstood. It's a revolution. It's a big, big fight. It's a love that feels wrong, but it's right. Forget the regulations, that's just right. I wanna see you for the whole damn night. All this kissing makes my head run wild.
That was amazing.
Danny Vallee. Come on now.
Yeah, I think we should ask her to take another bow. Danny Vallee, everyone. Take a bow. There we go. And a curtsy at that as well.
Absolutely.
Very fancy.
Great. Thank you for dishing for us eventually.
It's such a pleasure.
Sometimes bullying is good, you know?
Yeah, I can see it worked for me too. Thank you very much. Well, coming up tomorrow on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, I know what you need. You need some really great content. We got that for you, okay? First and foremost, Fly Me to the Moon is a movie that I've been checking out, right? I think it's going to be a great one. JP, we brought him in to review the movie, and I think it's about something that I think a lot of people have been talking about, controversial moon landings, etc., etc. So let's see what happens there. I know,
I love
right?
the play on that title. So good. I can't wait to chat to JP. Also, we talked to Dr. Fizz. He's just come back with a wonderful title of being Mr. Supernatural.
Yes!
We got to find out how he got there. Come on.
It's been circulating on social media a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's such big news.
Yeah.
So I think tomorrow you need to tune in. So you need to set your alarms because Dr. Fizz is part of the family as well. So he's going to be here. Hey?
Yeah, why did you enter?
Oh, you know, I don't want to just, take it away from the rest of the people there. I'm just saying.
Well, speaking about titles, we also have Natasha Joubert, and she talks all things to do with Miss South Africa. So we got really such good content coming your way tomorrow. Let's enjoy this, and you have a beautiful day.
Cheers, fam. See you soon.
Cheers. We love you, eh? So much.